Hello, everyone. It's another great day because, of course, it's a day that I get to stream with you guys. So, who do we have today? The Otter. Redeemed first. That's great. He's first in chat anyway. Remdog says hello, and Megalith Official says hello, and Woot, or Wout, Woot, 0206, first time chat. Hi. I'm not quite sure what / mean or O/ means.
That's somebody's head with their hand up waving.
Okay, that's interesting. Hey, Robert, since you're kind of sloughing today, could you get a drink for both of us?
Oh, sure.
So, you note the title. Robert is struggling to keep things afloat here, so he's going to multitask during the stream today. Instead of being with us, he's going to be multitasking to make sure you get your latest video. So we're going to let him do that today. Cheese Wedge says hello. Maxwell says hello. And Dark Devil says hello. Nice to have all of you here.
Looks like the combined chat on OBS is not functioning today.
Oh, yeah.
It's not picking up YouTube.
Oh, it's just picking up.
So, give me a bit, and I'll try to work that out once I get it figured out.
Well, Tax 6376 says, "Good morning, Doc." That's good. So, all right, we're getting there. We're getting there. Okay, viewers on Twitch is outrunning the viewers on YouTube today, 8-7. It's a close race. It's a close race. All right, appreciate everybody being here. It's great to have everyone here. So what we're gonna do today, we're gonna play Doc Solo. I get an orange one today, so I get an orange monster, the Ultra Sunrise monster today. So that is ever so cool. I like the Ultra Sunrise. It's great. All right. Have that open and ready to go. Kitty Cat is laying next to me on the chair. And I think we're ready to go live here, Robert, and get this up and running.
Okie doke.
So I'm going to hit continue here and get into the solo area. Now, one thing I'm concerned about, we did take the oil that we took the oil that we acquired from that one oil field. and we've made just turned it into fuel. And at this point, it's so little fuel that I'm just not even concerned about. Really not concerned about pushing it into. Not concerned about pushing it into a fuel-based power plant. Not quite sure either how far away it is to get to another oil field. So I want to do a quick scan, see if there's another oil field anywhere close. Because that you see the pillar off in the distance, just a little bit to the left. That's our oil field right there where I put the marker. So that's the closest one. And obviously, that's the one it found first. 1845, 1923. That looks like it's the northern oil fields. And there's a ton of oil out there. And frankly, that's probably where we need to put our oil-based, fuel-based power plants up there. Because they literally, um, there's so much oil up there, it's just incredible. And I think that 1900 meters away is going to be the closest we can get. So we can either increase the volume of our coal, or we have to venture out quite a ways in order to get there. Because the big concern at this point, the big concern right now is the fact that my power generation is getting a little bit on the narrow side as far as excess. So my usage is my potential usage is clear up there, and we find that the production is right at about 3 gigawatts at this point, 3,000 megawatts. And my current usage is here, but if everything cranked up, I'd be clear up here. I like this gray and black to be above the blue line. I like to keep it there, even though the machines will never be running 100% all the time. Like these right now, they're all backed up and not running, not consuming power. So because that's the case, we've got all this iron ingot going to waste.
Okay, Duck, I'm going to jump in here. First, can you swap your sounds over your headphones?
Thank you for noticing that.
Second, we looks like the chat just decided to start working again. The chat combining on the screen.
Just decided on its own, huh?
Yeah, so it missed comments from Cheese Wedge, Maxwell, and Dark Devil all saying hello.
And we said hello. I said hello to them.
Yeah, but
and that's where I stopped and started paying attention to the game. So Tenitachi says howdy. Be posting my plutonium fuel rod factory progress on Discord later today. That's cool. That's cool. We are coming up on another where I look at all the pictures and stuff.
No, showcase?
Showcase, thank you. We're coming up on another showcase.
In 6 days.
Only next week on Monday. So post that and it'll be in the showcase. So it's Firelord says good morning. Make my day every morning. Thank you. Thank you for coming every morning too. Colonel Clam says what's up and appreciate your videos. Very helpful getting my employees in line.
I like it.
Okay. He must play on a multiplayer server. Okay. Considers the other pioneers as employees. That's interesting. Megarm says, hello, good morning, Doc. So that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Well, YouTube has taken a slight lead now, and 19 viewers on YouTube and 16 viewers on Twitch. We've been in parity between those two quite a bit lately, and that's pretty cool. All right, take a sip there. I've got a bunch of surplus iron ingot here, which is actually quite good. I'll keep that surplus there. We got a surplus also of reinforced Industrial beams, sorry, encased industrial beams.
We also have a good morning from Thack and from
Mm-hmm.
Mager.
Mager. Oh, I said good morning to Mager.
Oh, I missed it.
Uh-huh.
But Thack over on Twitch. Good
Uh-oh.
morning to you as well.
I make sure to make it de-spaghettified, says Tenitachi. Sorry. Might shorten that one just a touchy. A little too many syllables there for my tongue to get around. So, all right. So, I'm trying to figure out what I need to focus on. So let's. I don't notice that I don't have my next tier set up on the screen there. So let's go see what my next tier ought to be. Well, I love the fuel-based jetpack now. That's pretty good. Let's see what.
Cheese Wedge says your YouTube short saved my fuel generators.
Very good. Okay, that is very good. Pipeline engineering, that gives me Mark II pipes. That could be a life changer. Railway signaling and blueprints. I need computers to make blueprints, but I don't get any new formulas or anything there. Obviously, I can make computers somehow. I must have the formula to make computers, so I need to do that. Because all three of these need, actually two of the three need computers. And here we go with the heavy modular frames again. Wow. But I have all the things there. Do I have unlocked? Yeah, with the industrial manufacturing, it unlocked the, that's where computers came in. And it unlocked the manufacturer. So that also lets me do the modular engine and adaptive control unit for phase 3 up here. So yeah, let's put it up for a vote here. What should I do? Should I get the blueprinter or get the pipeline engineering? Either one of those two. The railway signaling, I'm not advanced enough in my train system. I can put that off for now, but I don't need the pipes. I would sure love to have the blueprints.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Cornman votes for blueprints.
Yeah, I think I'm leaning that way too. I've got plenty of rubber, plenty of rubber and plenty of concrete now, and it's all stocked up. I just need to make a computer line, which means I need to make a circuit board line as well. Oof, interesting.
And first time chat from Anya Kitty, who says blueprint it is.
Blueprint it is. Yes, I will select the blueprint.
That's good because you need a good, strong manufacturing line for heavy modular frames and computers anyway.
Exactly. And I'm just trying to think of where I might want to put that line. I need screws and I need heavy modular frames and pipes.
Address Data says choosing pipes may result in not being able to use any. Just saying.
Just saying.
Uh-huh,
Okay.
Uh-huh. Oh, I need to.
Well, we know how Adrestea likes to use her points.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, definitely. All right, I'm selecting that milestone. And the heavy modular frame, manufacturer for that. Computers need a manufacturer for that. And I've got, at this point in the game, things start getting a little bit more difficult. Like, for example, in order to make the heavy modular frame, I now have to, just to give you an idea, so to make the heavy modular frame, we need the frames and encased industrial beams and screws. Now, the frames and screws are being made right together down in the largest part of my factory down there, where I've made a lot of different items. But the encased industrial beams is up on a platform over to the left, up here. And then the steel pipe has been a difficult one, simply because we're not producing enough of them for what we need. So we've got pipes being produced down where the screws and modular frames are being produced, but there's barely enough steel pipe to keep the rotor line working.
Yeah, I think you need to build more steel pipes.
I do, but coal is a little bit of a difficulty. So I think the first thing we need to do is find some coal and get another steel line working
Sure.
and bring those pipes in. We've got the trains now, so we can bring the pipes in once we make those. So I'm going to go off in search of coal, and I've got plenty of iron nodes all around. So I'm not worried about plunking down an iron node anywhere. That ought to work just fine. So let's do a coal search here and see where. Okay, and see here's part of the challenge with coal. Okay, 543 off that direction. Okay, and 735 off that direction. So we're going to the coast. That's interesting. Um, Going to the coast. Let's try going this direction first then. And tell me, the multiple circles there. I'm seeing 3 circles there. Does that mean that there's actually three mines out that direction?
Yeah. There's a lot of coal nodes out here in the desert.
Yeah, it's just they're not right where I've decided to settle.
Right.
And that's somewhat the challenge. Oh, I missed that.
And Great Artist is here. Hello, hello.
Okay. So okay, here's two nodes right there.
Oh, way down there.
Yes.
Huh.
Like I said, they're on the coast. I
Yeah.
kind of figured that they were going to be down the cliff from the coast. And it said there were 3 in close proximity here, so I'm just going to. Well, I was going to take a peek from up there, but
So,
blew that.
Thack had a technical question,
okay.
which feels a lot like Little Kid's issue from yesterday.
Okay.
But he says, I tried switching to oil-based power and cannot keep enough oil running to the power plants. I have several plants, the ones at the end of the line keep starting and stopping. I'm chasing issues in the pipeline. Does proximity to the oil extractors make a difference?
Does proximity to the oil extractors make a difference? No. The thing that makes a difference is height. And
Oh, guess what we found?
yeah, so these are the 2 I saw from up above.
Oh,
Robert.
okay.
I haven't found the 3rd one yet.
What I would recommend doing is going into the machines and turning off the machines that are closer to reduce your consumption until the ones at the end are full, and then turn them all. That's something that Doc does quite often. And then come back once they're all full and turn on the nearer ones again and see if the problem represents itself, because it's quite possibly just an issue of there isn't quite enough for the system, so some sloshing makes problems.
Exactly. Oh, this is a pure coal node. Let's see what this one is. Okay, a pure and a normal.
Nice.
Yeah, that is nice. So let's start by putting a miner on this one, and I'm gonna face it. I'm gonna have it climb the cliff over here.
So Tenitachi explains his unique name.
Okay.
He says, "My name is a pun in my language, Czech," and it says that Thatitachias,
Okay.
which is the name of my favorite Japanese folklore character, Kamitachi or Kamaitachi.
Okay.
Okay,
Interesting.
cool.
Well, thank you for explaining that. it's always interesting to see how people come up with their screen names. At least to me, it is. So, okay, so let's put a Mark IV lift on this one and then point it that direction. Yeah. Righty. We'll have to see how this is going to work. And place a merger right on top of that one. And okay, didn't do that one well. I want to get up there.
And first time chat from Crystal Petals saying hello, hello.
Hello. Crystal Petal. And, Anya Kitty, I don't know if you recognize, she was a first time chat when she said Blueprint it is.
Mm-hmm.
Between phase and 2 is enormous. Try phase 4 and 5. Well, that's true. That is true. And yes, we have blown our way through 4 and 5. But for a lot of users, when it gets to the point of working on working at this level, it's their first real challenge when it comes to building larger scale items, such as something that requires a manufacturer, for example. So that's more what I was referring to. Okay, then this should come up to there. Yes, I got it. It happened, Robert.
Yay.
Yay.
While you could still look down there, attach power to it.
Okay.
Where you're at, you should be able to reach them still.
Mm-hmm. Should be able to.
And Mantrid also noted that you can run a loop to the end of the manifold as well to help out with that sometimes.
Exactly. Yep.
Firelord says, I've never been past tier 3. Got a lot to learn still.
Yep, it takes a while.
I think the later tiers, I think 4 and 5 are more complex, but I don't think there's much in the way of new principles you have to learn in tiers 4 and 5.
That is a true statement.
So, I think getting your head around coal with water lines, and then with aluminum with the kind of interconnected loop that goes on there. Once you get that, I think you're pretty much golden.
Yep. All right, now I'm just looking for a place to build a flat platform to process, actually, I'm going to leave that stubbed out right there and find the iron mines that I'm going to add to it, figure out where I want to put the factory, because this could be kind of an interesting, funky factory, built up maybe on top of one of these buttes, just for fun, huh?
Mm-hmm.
And the animals over there just deciding to have a discussion. They didn't invite me to their meeting, unfortunately. Why not? Come on, guys. Do I need to beat up on you to get you to invite me to the meeting? Okay, fine. Oh, dear.
Cornman says, why is the pH of YouTube very stable?
The pH of YouTube very stable?
Because it constantly buffers.
Okay, I'm not a chemistry sort of guy, so
Garrett would love this.
okay.
Yeah, I don't know the exact technical thing, but a buffer helps stabilize the pH. I, that's as far as I understand from what Garrett said. Maybe we should call Garrett and get him to tell us.
Oh my. Am I going to just have to build a train station in here and transport coal?
Yeah, although you could just conveyor it, but
I could just conveyor it, but that would be no fun at all.
Diotter says, Robert, I think you mean aluminum.
Aluminium, yep. We mean aluminium. For those of you who don't know how to pronounce aluminum, you can just say aluminium.
98Ax said, did you guys know if you have Amazon Prime, you can connect it with your Twitch to give yourself a free monthly Prime subscription that you can use on anyone, such as Doc. ITS free money. Let's all give some free money to Doc.
Thank you, 99AC. ACK, that's appreciated. And that is a good message. All of you Twitch viewers, yes, you have a free Prime subscription that you can give to any YouTuber. I don't want to abuse these beautiful paths on through here.
And Zach is here, says hello, Doc, and everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
Well, so here is, I mean, those miners, those coal plants appeared to be a long ways away, but they're really not. I just walked straight through here and was able to, just meander on over here and find it.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm probably taking a different course this time. Hi there, guys.
Mager asks if you've tried the molded pipe recipe.
Molded pipe.
I don't remember that one.
Moldy pipes are not really all that good for drinking water,
I think they're meaning injection molded.
Oh, okay.
Molded pipes. Yeah.
Are they made out of plastic instead of copper?
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
We should look that one up.
Yeah, we should. Aluminum, I say Hellenic. That's what it says in his language, I think. Okay, so
Nutritional protocol update. You are now authorized to consume 1 Butterfinger. This is not a reward. It is a calculated morale adjustment. Do not attempt to exceed the quota. Consequences will be both immediate and sticky.
Immediate and sticky. Thank you. Thank you. My daily quota of Butterfinger to keep me going. Keep me going. So, Robert, since it is such a short distance, I am going to go ahead and conveyor it to the main place over there. Okay.
Okay.
First time chat from somebody who has a bunch of consonants and no vowels says, yo. Hi there.
It's obviously just
yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Welcome.
Welcome. Appreciate you coming. All right. My nutritional protocol is being supplied.
Meanwhile, I'm shuffling files around on my hard drives because once again, I'm out of space. JV says, not sure, but I see you on TikTok.
You do see me on TikTok, yes. And basically, we're using TikTok for brand awareness at this point, because we developed those videos for Twitch. I mean, for YouTube. reposting on. It looks like TikTok has a little bit of an objection to us posting them as not original content to Twitch. So really, the only value that TikTok gives us is the fact that you're being able to catch up to us. And so we appreciate you coming. Appreciate you being here. We love all our TikTok viewers. In fact, we're wildly successful on TikTok, by the way. Just to give you an idea, we've had 1.5 million viewers on TikTok in only 3.5 months. Just to give you an idea how widespread our effectiveness has been on TikTok. Now, the fact that they don't want to pay us for the advertising that they make you look at when you're viewing our videos is a little bit annoying, but you know, okay, fine. We'll keep posting our shorts there just so that people can have the good info and come and join us in other venues if they desire to. So. Wow, this doesn't.
Build supports up to it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I have to build supports up to it in this valley because I can't go over there. And really, I don't want to take this any further because it looks like I'm going to build a platform right here.
Okay.
And probably be an extension of where the hub is currently. Just extend this part over. And take in this area and make a new steel plant right here. Mm-hmm. So I think we've determined where it has to go.
And I think Cruz is right. He says it's time for a NAS. I would love to have a good high-performing NAS.
High-performing being the key there, because the last one we had was wimpy.
It was a regular spinning platter drive in a box that could connect to the network.
Yeah, so it was not very effective.
It was not a RAID. It was just...
And, you know, when Robert complains about... what do you have, a 10 terabyte? Which drive is it that you're having search space on?
I have a 2 terabyte archive that's completely full. I have a 4 terabyte hard drive that's completely full. I'm currently editing in a 1 terabyte solid state drive for better editing performance. And that one's always filling up. But...
Okay.
We bought a 16 terabyte. So bought...
That's kind of wimpy still.
Yeah, we did buy a 16 terabyte refurbished drive, which ended up biting us because it failed, and we lost all the video from the first 8 or 9 episodes of Doc Universe of our channel, as well as we lost about 3 years of work from Doc's Check channel.
Yep.
Which,
we've lost all of the Tech Channel stuff, right?
Yeah, we had like a few files here and there we were barely able to recover, but nearly everything from that previous channel, which was unfortunate. So while Doc did get me a replacement 16 terabyte drive, I do not keep valuable stuff on it.
Yep. Robert is nervous that he'll lose it again, and I would be too. So
yeah, we need to. Oh, nice. Cruz says he has a 4-bay RAID with 21 terabytes total. That's awesome.
I'd like to get a RAID array with all solid state drives in it and an adequate amount of space so that Robert just can keep editing constantly. But the interface with the RAID and the computer has to be robust enough that it doesn't hold back the amount of throughput. And that was our problem with our old NAS, is that, gosh, you know, being a platter drive is bad enough, but the interface made it absolutely miserable.
Yeah. Hey, Doc, could you open up your map to just show people kind of where your base is? People are kind of wondering.
Okay, well, right now the base is right here at the edge of the map. You notice this straight line here? We are literally on the far eastern edge of the total map as a whole. This is an area called the Dune Desert, to differentiate it from the Rocky Desert over there. But what's interesting is that there's still plenty of rock around here, that's for sure. The basic features of it is that there's a lot of mines in the Dune Desert and very little water. You see, there's basically a puddle over there and a puddle back here, and with the exception of going clear over here, it's hard to get water. And this side is a huge cliff because the Dune Desert is here, and then you go over here and you get all these buttes and high rocks, and when you finally get to the edge of the map, you saw that it was quite a ways down to the shore. So,
Excuse me.
so this is where I'm at. That's where Robert left his character when he joined me last. Because every once in a while he comes into this world just to look at things and make the videos or enhance the videos.
Yep.
So that's kind of where I'm at this point, far right of the map. This is the northern part of the map too, so I'm far east and north, because this is also the edge of the map. So, and the oil fields that were 1900, some are over in this direction.
Right, yeah.
So there's a bunch of water over in this direction, bunch of ocean, and in that area there's tons and tons of oil, which is nice. Okay, so that's where things are. Now I have a platform now. The next thing I need to do is I've got the coal coming right there, so it's stubbed off and ready to come on down. Once I figure out the layout here, I'll figure out how I want to bring that on down. What I need now is I need to get a bunch of iron ingots and bring them over here. Now, iron I'm going to end up finding over in this direction. I already know kind of where it is, and there's like 3 or 4 mines in that area. So I'm going to run on over in this direction.
Tanatachi has a great idea.
Uh-huh.
He says Robert and Doc need to have a miniature terrain that runs between our desks.
Ah,
Wouldn't that be fun?
that would be.
We actually have a couple of old HO scale trains, Christmas trains.
Yeah.
We could easily set one of those up. And, wait, didn't you find a Satisfactory train model on, like, Thingiverse or something a while ago?
I think I did.
Or maybe I found that. Huh.
Yeah, you must have found that. I don't.
I wonder if that
recall
works
it.
with a model train. That would be so cool.
So here's that other lake that I showed that was south of where we were at. And when I say that they're just puddles, they literally are not much of a lake.
Yeah.
So this is the other lake, and there's just not much here as far as water goes. You can put a significant number of pumps on here,
Yeah.
but it's not a place where you could configure your pumps in a nice big array and make them all nice and organized. You've got to kind of put them in there helter skelter in order to get them placed there. So it's not all that great a place for water. And so okay, there's some iron mines right in this area. Yep.
Yeah,
Lots.
Teddy Tachi likes the idea of using the
Right
mini
there.
trains for when somebody redeems a Butterfinger for me. You could put it in the train and send the train over my direction.
That would be good.
That'd
Now,
be great.
you know, we have that one camera that we can rotate, show different areas.
Uh-huh.
You know, that would be a great thing for the camera to focus on as the train goes on over you.
That's true.
Now, this is just an impure mine, fortunately. So we're not going to get.
Do
a
we
whole
have
bunch
any
of-
wire or Wi-Fi wireless cameras we could put on the train?
No, we don't.
I don't think we do.
Actually, you know those little cameras, those little white cameras are wired, aren't they?
Yeah, unfortunately.
So this is just an impure and a normal node.
A real life fix-it train. Yep, Zach. I'm gonna add that to kind of my list of the cool
wishes
things.
and wants.
Yeah, the cool things we could do with the studio and get things all set up.
Okay, let's go investigate what this one is over here.
One of the compromises I made when I upgraded to these curved monitors several years ago, because it was kind of like in the early days of curved monitors, was I got ones without the VESA mount. So these ones have to be sitting on a desk, which I'm eternally disappointed with, because that means that I can't do stuff with my desk that would be super cool like that. So I'd have to replace these monitors before I could do anything.
Yeah, I've found 3 mines so far, and 2 of them have been impure, and 1 is just a normal. And there's another one out here, another 2 out here.
And Christoph Milowski just completed an 11 per minute heavy modular frame factory, and oh boy, does it take a lot of space and effort.
Uh-huh. Okay, this one's a normal. Doggone it, where's all the pure ones?
Warning, unauthorized feline detected. Cease interactions with biological life forms that form
It is just
emotional
off stream right
attachments.
there, right next to the dock.
Yep. She's right here sleeping away. And another normal. Okay. All right. I have to cease interactions with the feline, huh?
Zammer says, if they don't work with Visa, you might want to try the MasterCard. Yeah. Nice.
All right. Well, folks. I am just going to have to put what miner I have available. Creatures in the way. Get out of my way, folks. Thank you. That one's going to give me 120 per minute. And these do 480, so I can do 4 normal mines in 1 conveyor. So I'm going to work on filling up a conveyor, folks.
Okay, we got a technical question
Oh no.
from Tenetachi.
Oh no.
If I'm sending rocket fuel from one drone port to another, can the first drone port receive aluminum ingots, but doesn't send fuel to my aluminum factory?
Okay. There is a specific fuel. Okay, we're talking drones, right?
Yeah.
There is a specific fuel port so that you can feed it with fuel, and that fuel will not be taken over to the next place. It's only if you put it in the freight port that that it would be taken to the next factory. So I think I understood the question enough.
I think so.
If you're afraid of it just of trying to fuel one up and it's taking the fuel that you've given it to be fueled up away, then yeah, you don't have to worry about that.
Do you set drones as drop off or load or unload stations like what you do with trains?
Trying to remember. I think
Yeah, I'll take a look at that
Yeah.
cruise. Thank you for the
because
recommendation.
they've got two separate ports on them. So you put it in the in port for it to take off and go, and you put it and the out port
Yeah.
is separate from that. So you can actually have stuff being dropped off at a port, and then it'll pick up the other stuff and take it to the next destination. So no, one port is not specifically set as an in or an out or a load or an unload. It just matters which ports you're putting stuff into. If there's stuff in there, it's going to take it. So if you
Yeah.
put it into the drone port,
Unlike the train station, which has a single inventory, and you have to toggle switch it to load or unload.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
So I think if you were to try to fuel a station, you would have to use one drone to fly the fuel in, and another drone to use the fuel. That's what Doc's always done with his stations.
Uh huh.
And Jesse Belt says, "Morning, Doc. I enjoy watching you. Haven't played for myself in about 2 years.
Oh.
I got to nuclear spaghetti phase and just burned out. I want to enjoy 1.0, but I don't want to abandon my world. Do you think it's worth it?"
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. See if your world will upgrade from where you were at before to the 1.1 is actually the latest version.
Yeah.
So, yeah. See if it'll upgrade to the 1.1 and definitely don't abandon your prior world. Just go ahead and upgrade it if that's what you wish. That should be no problem. Okay, so this is an impure. I didn't want to do that. Come on, stop it. All right, let's build another miner Mark II. But this one's
Okay, so Teditachi kind of
clarified.
clarified.
Okay.
He has 3 ports and 2 drones.
Okay.
One in the aluminum factory, second in a fuel factory, and a third in a nuclear factory. I want to send aluminum to the fuel factory and fuel to the nuclear factory, but not fuel to aluminum. I don't
Alright.
think that would be possible in that configuration.
Okay. 3 ports, 2 drones, one in the aluminum factory, second in the fuel factory, third in the nuclear factory. Want to send aluminum to the fuel factory and fuel to the nuclear factory, but not fuel to aluminum.
Well, one drone
Then then the one that you have going from the fuel factory to aluminum, you load into the you just load into the fuel port, and then it won't take it to the next stop. So you just have to configure which drone port you want to take stuff to the next location versus not the location. Now, if the fuel port is loading it, and yeah, it depends on which one you're going to first and second and so forth. The one that you don't want the fuel to, you'd have to be third on your list, so that it goes from the fuel
Well-
port to where you need it next, and then just loads it into the fuel port there.
I think the problem is that if they have their drone port at the fuel factory, they're loading fuel into the drone port in the fuel factory to be taken.
Right.
The problem is when the drone comes from the aluminum factory and drops off there, it's going to take fuel,
Yes.
and they don't want it to take fuel.
Okay.
So I think that would be.
You
I
might
think
have to
that would.
separate to a second drone port.
Yeah.
A second drone port totally. Okay.
Steady Merkin says, took a couple hours last night, but we fixed our power grid shutdown. Also made a 210 cold generator build in the corner of the map to forget about for a while.
Yeah, forget about for a while. Exactly.
Yeah.
That sounds good. At one point, you just got to make the commitment to make a big power plant, you know. All right, that grabbed another 60. So now I'm at 300 for that belt. Okay. Now is this one? Oh, and then they throw a pure node at me. I finally found a pure node, Robert. This one's at 300. It'll do 480, and a pure node will do 240. So this one overloads me. So this one's going to have to be separate. All right. Put a miner on this pup.
Crystal Petal says, I recently got the Dimensional Depot, and oh my gosh, where have they been all my life? It's amazing.
Oh, yeah, no kidding. Those dimensional depots are life changers, literally. They are life changers, yes. And so in our dock, in the Dock and Sun set videos, what we decided early on was that we would do whatever it took to focus first on getting dimensional depots set up. And dimensional depots would then allow us to work on two separate sides of the map. And when we need to do a tier upgrade or a phase upgrade and need to exchange parts, or Robert is low on parts and needs something from me, or vice versa, we could just make sure it gets dropped in the depot and they could pick it up on the other end. So yes, life changer. Yeah, we could not have accomplished what we wanted to in the Dock and Sun without the dimensional depots.
And the first episode of that, which had quite the shenanigans, will be coming out next Thursday.
Yeah.
Doc wasn't happy. He thought I rigged it.
He did. It had to have been rigged. It had to have been rigged. There is no way that I could have. Well, you're just going to have to see what I mean.
Yeah,
when
no
you
spoilers.
watch the video, because, yeah, that was quite the abuse of elderly abuse. Elder abuse. Elder abuse.
You're gonna call yourself an elder just for the privilege.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Now, this one, I if I remember right, we'll do 240. Yep, that one's going to come up with 240. And I've got 300 in the upper one, 240 in the lower one at this point. Kitty cat. Okay. Need another stackable power pole, and I am headed over towards those mines over there. So I need to soup the power poles here. I'm going to put.
And that's the Dock and Sun series is the reason why I was on camera the other day. And we're going to continue to film those, at least for now, during the member segments on Fridays.
Yep. And they'll come out as episodes rather than just regular live. Then again, after we do a few episodes, we may just do those live as well.
Yep. Crystal Petal says, also, Satisfactory hurts my head. It's so much fun and so addicting, but it hurts my head.
Yeah, it makes you really exercise those brain cells in ways that they haven't been exercised probably as much in the past. So that is a for sure statement.
Thack asks, he says, forgive my ignorance, but why aren't those lines being merged?
Oh, why am I not? Okay, because at this point, I'm merging what I can, but that mine out there and this mine here and that mine there, we've got 120 coming from this one, 120 coming from that one, 60 coming from that one. That makes 300. This one is a pure mine that does 240. So 300 plus 240 is 540, which is more than the belt can handle. And I don't want to put more than the belt can handle because I want the maximum amount to come to the iron ingot plant that I'm making. So literally, I had to divide the lines, and now I'm keeping track of the fact that the lower one has 240, the upper one has 300. I have two more mines here. I think one of them is an impure, and one is a normal. So I'll get another 120 from one and 60 from the other. So I'm only combining them and staying below the 480 that my conveyors can handle. So that's why they're not being merged at this point.
Okay.
And I think I've got a pathway all set up. And I can start. Yeah, that's one thing. When you're in a manufacturing situation, and that's literally what we're illustrating here. When you're in a manufacturing situation, you've always got to look at where your limits are. Because a lot of times the limits is what trips you up in Satisfactory specifically. And in a normal manufacturing plant, that will trip you up as well. If a workstation or area doesn't have the capacity to do what you're asking it to do, it just doesn't do what you're asking it to do. You know, it just fails.
Yeah.
And actually, this is quite an ambitious run of connecting mines because I literally don't recall ever connecting this many mines to bring it into one place to do one thing.
I think we did for the compacted coal. We did a lot for compacted coal.
That's true. That could be.
But I think that's a rare exception.
All right, let's put a Mark II miner on here, and we're going to point it that direction to kind of go with the flow. And then we're going to do the same over here. Point it that direction to keep it flowing that way.
Okay.
And this one is going to do only 60.
Hornman has another riddle.
He has another riddle. Okay.
What did the proton say to the electron to start a fight? I'm sick of your negativity. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Did you do Iswolf's?
Nope.
Okay, greetings. I've been playing for only for a few months, but I've made it to 4 of 5 tier 9 progress. Okay. And but planning for world train route or rebuilding blueprints in Mark III, enjoying the desert area, haven't explored the area much, and Izzy works for naming. Okay, good. Izzy works instead of Izzy Wolf. Okay, Izzy. Very cool. Glad you're here with us. Glad you're here with us.
I'm quite surprised at how many new people are still getting into Satisfactory.
Yeah.
We have people coming in here all the time who've been playing for just a couple of months. and it's great to see. It's a really fun game, and I'm glad that more people are finding it and discovering it. It's not just disappearing like a lot of games tend to after they get out of early release, early access.
Yeah. In fact, part of our channel is just devoted to helping people discover it.
And Rakesh says, Satisfactory 1.2 when? Any updates? I wish.
I wish. Well, and frankly, 1.1 was great because it was basically a content release. A 1.2 would be nice, just for more content, but same basic gameplay. So, okay, that's what I'm going to do. Okay, somehow that got messed up.
And Megalith found a new AI model provider, and he's really liking it.
A new AI model provider?
Yeah, so one unique thing, because, a lot of...
Will you be careful, Callie, please?
A lot of developer environments like Visual Studio and others have integrated AI into it and allow you to use AI to generate your code. And one thing he was telling me this morning is that depending on what environment you use, they do a better or worse job with the same AI. So he says GPT-5 is generally very proficient at coding, but if you go to the wrong, if you use the wrong provider, it'll do better or worse, which is kind of odd. So it sounds like whatever prompts they're using to encapsulate your prompting aren't nearly as robust.
Interesting.
That would be my guess. So.
Interesting. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead on this one to go to the question of, why aren't they all combined? I'm going to go ahead and put a merger on this bottom one here. And I'm going to merge in this impure node over here. This impure node's only going to add 60 more to it. And the bottom one already has 240. Top one has 300. So basically both are going to be equal until I add that one to it, which will add another 120. I'll add that one to the top line. And it will then have 420. The bottom one will have 300, and we're ready to take both of these lines over there to the factory. Now, knowing how much production I have coming from those two lines tells me how many refineries to build, and what my manifold will look like as far as how many refineries I put on the manifold, not refinery, how many smelters I put on the manifold. So that becomes critically important. Hi there, guy. See you later. And if anybody's wondering why they just pass me by instead of attacking, it's because I play on peaceful mode, so they don't attack me. And I attack them. Okay. Isn't that awful? I can attack them, but they can't attack me.
How dare you?
How dare me? All right, I'm going up here to take a quick peek around. That's a copper mine up there.
Cruz says, hopefully Coffee Stain holds up with the updates. And doesn't stay distracted with irrelevant projects like Console Edition.
Yeah, or like Valheim, or...
There are other games?
There are other games,
Yeah.
Just ignore your other games for now.
Yeah. We don't need to work on those.
Right.
Luckily, I think the other games are actually done by other studios. They're just the publishing arm. but
Oh, okay.
I think,
What is this mine up here? I wonder?
but I'm sure because they're all fairly regionally located, pretty close to each other, they trade workers as needed.
Yep.
Cruz says, "Well, hold on now. I like Valheim."
Okay.
And
I haven't had a chance to like Valheim or not like Valheim. I haven't tried it, so.
I enjoy both Valheim and Deep Rock Galactic, which they're also the publisher of. Buzzkill says, "Not gonna lie, I'm looking forward to the console edition. I hope the control scheme gets added to the PC version so I can play it on my Steam Deck easier."
Okay.
Yeah, I think the Steam Deck is it's a tool, it's a toy I wish I had that I wish I had use for.
Okay, we're not talking about the Stream Deck.
Correct.
Just this. Okay.
The Steam Deck is a handheld console that runs Linux
Okay.
that is put out by Steam that has incredibly good Steam support that runs a lot of Steam games very, very well.
Okay.
So it's become a big incentive for people to, one, get their Linux builds working, and two, get console-like controls working for their games.
Interesting.
But you know the PSP you bought me forever ago when I was a kid?
Yeah.
The Steam Deck just looks like that, just twice as big.
Just twice as big.
Yes.
Interesting. Okay. I'm in a little bit of a conundrum here, Robert.
What's that?
Right above here is a set of refineries set on a very wimpy, impure node that can't even service, this many of those. I think I've overclocked it to get it to where it's at. There's plenty of space here to continue this line.
Out towards you?
Not out, either out towards me or to the side, either one. I'm wondering if I should. Yeah, I think I'm just
add
going
it
to
there?
add to this and process the ingots right here, and then take the ingots over.
Sure.
Yeah, that makes a whole lot more sense now that I see the proximity to where I'm bringing it to. Okay.
Deotter has a different opinion on Satisfactory.
Satisfactory.
He says, "I personally don't think there's a need for big updates for Satisfactory. If they just keep quality of life features and new ways to decorate, I think they'll be fine."
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah. I definitely don't disagree with that either. So.
I think they will be fine. They could be better, though.
Belt is too long. Doggone it. I hate it when I do that.
Excuse me.
All right. So let's go to the top one here. Okay. Let's go to that one. Let's put it there and to there. Okay. Unauthorized feline crossing.
Okay, well, Doc, it looks like the liquid train's short
Yes.
is doing well.
Oh dear. Okay.
So it's been out for just under an hour right now, and so far it's 1 out of 10. So
Okay.
by a decent
So,
margin.
Out
So
of out of the box, it's doing well.
it's doing well.
Okay.
Generally, the only criticism so far has been, why the heck do you need such a big nuclear factory? Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's funny. That is really funny.
Yeah.
The only negative. Oh, that's that. I just I get a kick out of some of these comments that are just interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna see if I can put stackable pole right on the edge here. Because ultimately I want to just go straight up to the platform there. I don't want to fiddle around with going up the ramp or anything. I just want to go straight up. Oh, good. I was a little afraid that that would have been a little bit too long. Okay. Well, let's see if I can hit over here. Nope. Look at that. Look at that. Ah,
Of course. Of course.
too long.
And so Zamru comments on the liquid trains thing.
Okay.
He says the physics-defying move of a packaged liquid taking less train space is still hilarious to me.
Yes.
You take the same volume of material, added more material in the form of packaging, and now it requires less space? Fix it, you sorcerers. Yep.
Oh, yes. I love that comment. That's a great one. That is a great one.
Mantrid said, in my 1.0 save, I tried using liquid trains to move alumina solution to my main aluminum scrap plant.
Yeah.
It was impossible to scale up, and so I just gave up. In my current save, I moved the bauxite to the water.
Okay. Oh, that's funny.
And Teddy Tachi says, back to my question, if I have one port receiving one item, but sending another item elsewhere, will the first drone grab it as well? And I think the answer to that is yes, it will.
Yes. Whatever drone lands there, it will pick up whatever is in that port to be picked up. No.
Alert. Due to increased spectator engagement, conveyor belt functionality is now offline. Estimated downtime is 10 minutes. Your inability to optimize is not a bug, it's a feature. Thank you for your ongoing contributions to fix its entertainment division.
You should.
Fix-It headquarters has been notified of the viewer's interference with saving the day. Let the man work protocol engaged.
There you go.
Yep. And both of them played automatically.
Good. I still had to confirm them on my end, but yeah.
Okay.
Dang it.
Okay, so now we have a conveyor with 420 and 360. 420 and 360 for those. And I've got a whole ton of space here to build a manifold. And I've got a whole lot more space that I can add to this.
Okay, so Izzy says, what? First time catching your stream. Usually I just catch your shorts and YouTube videos.
Uh-huh.
So that is a custom ADA text-to-speech that we use. Channel point redemptions on Twitch. And by the way, I'm currently in the process of configuring channel points to work on YouTube. So that's coming. But yeah, you can use channel points to redeem various stuff. Using either pre-made text-to-speech like that one, or your own custom chat messages.
And that is thanks to Megalith. Megalith is one of our users who is a programmer and just loves the channel, and he wrote the program that that does the text to speech, and he's been working to make it even more and more flexible over time. So it's been really neat what he's been doing for the channel. It's really good. Okay. We have, okay. Yes, that's what I'm gonna do. So let's get, oh, this is gonna be a mega manifold. This is gonna be cool. We have a smelter.
Izzy says, "Okay, I thought it was my game, so well, that's great. That's great." Hey, solar flare. I will be on camera again. I'm unfortunately running on like only a couple hours of sleep each night for the last couple nights, and I'm just not here.
He's just sloughing. Don't let him kid you. I mean, lose a little bit of sleep and just totally beg off of all your responsibilities. I mean,
Jeez.
no slack for the weary.
Mayor asks, "I'm wondering, did you use a buffer tank for the alumina solution? As pipes cap out at 600, packaging the solution may move more product." In our aluminum factories, we didn't, because we built to the 600 limit. And we have 2 factories, at least in the Gigafactory world.
Yep.
And Dave O says, "Recently bought a dedicated server to play with my bro, but we're running into a foundation bug and have to restart the game every 10 minutes. Does anyone have a fix?"
A foundation bug?
Yeah.
Meaning that when you build a foundation, it doesn't appear, or when you destroy it, it doesn't go away, that kind of foundation bug?
That's probably what he's talking about, because yeah, we have that issue on our dedicated server as well. That's that. I think that's the lag issue.
So, got 420 and 360. 420. Means I can build 14 for the 420 line.
Diotter007 said, "We actually have 2 AI. Our other AI is Robert, but he is in denial and will never beat ADA in efficiency."
I wonder how we can get her to pronounce Ada. Maybe we need to say A, capitalize A, and then lowercase d and A.
I unfortunately don't really hear this. What does it say for Ada?
ADA.
Oh, really? Okay.
And I've noticed that every time somebody uses Ada, they use it in all caps. And it might be better if we really wanted to pronounce the word Ada to capitalize it like a name. You know, camel casing first character capital and the next 2 characters not.
Yeah. Davo says it stays blue, then disappears.
Stays blue, then just disappears. It doesn't actually build it.
When you restart it, has it been built? Huh. That's not quite the same. He says,
we're not
can't place foundations after like 10 minutes, but everything else works.
Interesting.
That's not quite the same issue that we're having.
3 more. Okay. Not quite the same situation, no. Okay. I just had an ad for a betting app called Pickle On. And it was a guy getting dragged by a pickle. Are Australian ads like, what? Holy? Oh, that's weird. It's strange. Okay, so the 420 line and then the 360 line, I can make 12. So I make 2 less than this line.
Okay, Doc, I'm going to play a test here, and I want to see which one. Okay?
Okay, oh,
Gaming
okay.
_ doc said, Ada do I do.
Well, so it pronounced the first one correctly. Ada.
Oh. So just...
And it pronounced the other 2 badly.
Okay, so just don't do Ada in all caps.
Right.
Okay, cool. Actually, Deanna, when you put that through, I was already typing it and working on it myself, but thank you for the offer.
Okay.
Weird. Maple Syrup said the guy who was asking about Foundation is on YouTube. Yeah, he's over on the YouTube side. He said it was a dedicated server. Yes. They bought a dedicated server. Yes, that's what the message says. Miss Hysteria says, "Hello from Sweden, Doc. First time checking in on online. Your tutorials got me to Satisfactory 2 weeks ago, and I'm already 200 hours in."
200 hours in 2 weeks?
Oh boy.
Oh boy, yes. You've got quite the addiction starting there. Which, if I had the time to play that much, I probably would be too. So, because I love the game. I tend not to get tired of things.
Shortly after Doc retired, and when he was still living in the in-law suite back in Arkansas, where he couldn't really do anything, they were just looking for houses and kind of in a holding pattern. He basically turned his 9-to-5 work from home schedule into a 9-to-5 play Satisfactory schedule for a short while there.
And if you're wondering about how that looks to an editor, check out my first playthrough in episode 38. That's the famous.
Yeah.
That's the famous one where Doc confesses to his editor that I've played for like 3 hours without turning on the camera.
3 hours? No, you played for a month.
That's right, it was a month.
month.
Without turning on the camera. And I had to show him all the things that I had done.
And that was the first time I got on. I was on a video with him.
First time he joined me. Which was cool. I enjoyed him joining me at that point.
Deotter says, it's not addiction, it's commitment.
It's not addiction, it's commitment. Okay.
Oh, it's a server on Indifferent Broccoli. That's the same host we use.
Ooh.
So, and Cornman had the same issues that you used, that you had. So, it appears as though it's a server-side issue. Although, we never restarted the server to fix it. We just logged out and back in.
Okay.
Maple Syrup said, I googled it and found that other people have similar issues. My best guess is that it's a game issue and there doesn't seem to be a fix.
Interesting. But every 10 minutes, that would be very, very irritating.
Yeah. Deotter, Doc's first episode in the Update 8 series, so that's the stuff that we did last year, is when Doc played way too much, and episode 38 is the first time that I joined him on stream. But yeah, if you go to the first episode, he introduces himself with his full given name and everything. So.
And I start playing, and I show how inept I am. In fact, our anniversary, our 100K celebration stream, we played the beginning part of that strip video, and I was yelling at myself. Oh, come on, figure it out. Hit the E key. It says it on the screen. You know, it was pretty pathetic. So if anybody wants to feel good about how they're starting out and wondering if they're ever going to make it, go watch my very first stream. It would have been January 30th of 2024 is when it was posted. And it shows how pathetic I was when I first started. And I'm sure that most of you are much better even at the very start than I was.
Izzy says, it's also a journey to improve my way of thinking. Helps with my work. And the logistic mindset, how I approach problem solving.
Uh-huh.
It also helps having a coworker that played long before I started.
Yes. And I had a little bit of an advantage in the fact that Robert had actually played it a little bit and kind of coached me through the beginning parts. Although he still let me embarrass myself very heartily in those episodes, despite the fact that he was supposedly my friend, advocate, and mentor. But
I also acknowledge that watching people improve is something people enjoy on YouTube. And I can't just give you all the cheat codes.
yeah, I have to admit, the very first time that I played on, the Robert showed me his world. I was totally confused because by that time I think he was in phase, maybe tier 2 or 3 or something. He had conveyors, he had, foundations. He was building things on foundations. He was connecting wires to them, and I'm going, what in the world are you doing? It was crazy. I had no understanding of the game whatsoever at that point. But I was fascinated enough by it that as soon as I retired, I came right back to it. Said, I think I'm going to like this game.
Yeah. The stretch redeem has been returned.
Uh-oh.
Maple Syrup says, one suggestion he found while browsing is that if you switch the kind of foundation you're using, that if it isn't placing, sometimes helps.
Okay. What redeem is for stretching Doc's? Doc stretching his back. So first time chat from Shelda 631. So that was the question there.
Mm-hmm. And Hagerdorn says, hello, everybody.
Hi, Giuseppe. That was so exciting. That's so exciting. Sign it.
Well, he's referring to Half, who says, I'm sitting here looking at a contract for a new job I got, and I'm afraid to sign it. Afraid of new things, but I need a new job.
Wow. Well, only sign it if it's actually a good offer. But sounds like you're at least past that point where I've already determined it's a good offer. But yeah, it is scary leaving an old job. Even scarier is deciding to retire and leaving your permanent job that you've been in for 25 years into the great retired unknown. That was That was an interesting day. Very interesting day.
Okay, Skelda is Tenatachi over on Twitch. Okay.
Okay.
And Zoe Sanders says, I think you missed a belt on the left side.
Oh, I might have. I'll have to look through there. They become readily apparent that you've missed one when it all of a sudden doesn't get to the end of the line and you're expecting it to, and yeah. All right, so let's okay. It's not a belt coming to and from a machine.
Okay. Giuseppe says, I'm job hunting myself, trying to get back into warehousing. Haven't had many callbacks yet.
Wow.
It is a rough market out there.
Well, and I'm surprised in warehousing that there aren't tons and tons of jobs because, you know, with the amount of extra logistics that is going on right now, and logistics is just moving product around. I mean, with Amazon and all the new shippers, I think yep, that's where it is. Got it. Thank you, whoever suggested that I had missed one. I appreciate that.
That was Zoe Sander who said that.
All right, thank you. I found it before it caused a problem. That's great. Thanks. Okay.
Izzy says, to the new job guy, look at a chance to learn something new and network with new people. I went through that change 10 years ago, and now I have a coworker that we work great together and accomplish a lot, and he's the one who plays this game too, so good luck on the new job.
Yeah. Yeah, logistics. What? I'm missing a... Okay.
Zoe Sander says, was it scary to stop working? I always thought it would make you feel free.
It really didn't make me feel free. It more made me feel lost. It was going to work and having coworkers that expected things of you, and you just got to work and you did what they needed you to do and so forth. And then it was being released into, what do I do now? And that's probably why I started the channel, so I'd have some value. And I didn't leave both my jobs. I do have to say, I still teach at the university. And so every once in a while you'll see one of my old students pop in and says, hey, are you the same guy that taught that blockchain class at Lindenwood University? And I say, yep, I'm the same guy. And so, yeah, it's kind of interesting. So, yeah, I'm the same guy.
Megalith is back. He says, I'm here to correct Robert about AI IDEs.
Okay.
Go right ahead, Megalith. I was giving a very surface level understanding explanation. Maple Syrup says, my dad is pretty much retired. He tells people that if they need any help at all, just call him. He doesn't like having nothing to do, and I feel that.
Yep. Well, there is definitely plenty to do here now.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah.
The funny part about Doc deciding to start this channel, him and I both decided that he should try it independently, and it was like almost at the same time because we'd been doing a tech channel for a while, and I was trying to figure out, okay, what's the angle I can use to convince Doc that he should do this. And so I was still kind of going through the process of formulating an argument in my head to convince him that you should play video games now. I know you're retired, you should play video games and earn money from it. and Doc comes up to me and says, hey, what if I played that one game that you showed me a couple years ago, Satisfactory? What if you showed it to me, or what if I played that? Do you think that would be good? Yes.
Yeah. It just shows how much Robert and I think alike.
Yeah.
And the hardest part about it was telling Mama Doc about it. You're doing what?
Oh, yeah.
And she was embarrassed to tell her friends for so long.
Uh-huh.
Now she just tells me, she says, it needs to make more money. Okay, dear. Okay. We'll work on that. It'll be a slow go, but we'll work on that. Like father, like AI. Messiah says. Okay. All right. It's time to power these puppies up. Okay. The upper one. Okay. I'm going to take... What has somebody said this time?
Well, Murderman says, wait a second, I came here to escape work, and now we're talking about AI IDEs. A software engineer just can't escape.
Nope. Definitely can't.
Megalith is our resident programmer, and he likes to experiment and work with and learn all about IDEs or all about the AIs, especially in programming and all sorts of other fun stuff. And it's cool to see him innovate what he can, and almost always eventually rage quit because of how bad they are and write it all himself. But Megalith said, before I start, there's something you need to know. AI models have something called a context length. It's a measurement of how much information an AI can hold. Right?
Okay.
Every AI IDEs have their own prompts for agentic programming, and these prompts usually have to be really long, so it consumes a bit of the context length. Okay.
Okay.
So we'll wait until he continues writing.
Okay.
Bertapix asks, there's a reason why you never blueprint your machines.
For one, don't have blueprinters yet.
Yeah, that's all. He's trying to unlock
Actually,
it today. Or very soon.
Yeah, I do have the Mark I blueprinter.
Oh, well, Doc.
I forgot. I forgot that I unlocked it. I forgot I unlocked it. I need to take a short break, Robert, if you could allow me to do so.
Oh, sure.
Okie dokie.
I'll pull up Factory Guesser.
Okay, and yeah, let's see if the audience can figure out where we are at on the map. Okay,
Sure.
I'll be right back.
Let's jump over to here. Factory Guesser. Yeah, it's GeoGuessr, but for Satisfactory. Okay? Okay. Skelda, Robert of chat, how ADA TTS works. I'm asking in advance before I have enough points to redeem it. So it's just you send a message like normal, except paying for the ADA TTS, and we have a custom app here on my desktop that I use to generate the audio, and then I send it over to Doc. So, we're gonna turn off pan and zoom for hard mode. I think panning and zooming makes it easy. So let's give it a shot. Oh, I did leave it on easy mode. Oops. Okay. I've done it on hard mode. Let's see. Realbert and Dog AI. Oh, come on. This isn't fair. You can't hardly see much. I mean, this is definitely in kind of the southern biomes, I think. It might be up here, kind of in... It's not this side of the mountains. I think we might actually be kind of along this mountain ridge. I'm looking at these right here. Between the plains of the purple forest. I mean, the pink forest is here. I'm thinking it's here, top left of the white area. You're saying it's up here? Of the Crater Lakes. Oh! Interesting. In this area? Interesting. I guess it could be. I didn't think the Crater Lakes had this color of grass. I'm definitely not a GeoGuessr pro here. I will go with your guys' thought. Nope. We were all wrong. We were all wrong. There? North of the swamp? Crystal Petal got it right. It's near the swamp by the looks of it. Of all the votes, Crystal was correct. Wow. Incredible. I got 76 points out of that. Oof. We were way off. Really? So we're in a cave. We're in one of the very large caves. Thank you, Cruz. He says, that's a cave. Well, okay. So the big cave that runs here is full of ground clutter. There is probably some ground clutter up there, but I don't think it's this one. It could be an entrance. It's not the eastern entrance because it's a close one. There's the shoreline entrance over here. Could it be the shoreline entrance? I don't know of any other massive cave that's this big. It's near that lake up the big plain hole. It has uranium on your right. Yeah, you think the entrance is over here? So it sounds like some people are kind of voting in this area. Half is saying swamp entrance. Yeah, so now we have some disagreement. I was thinking over here, where the uranium came by the center. Like, oh, that one down here? No, that one's a lot smaller, I think.
Oh, I'm back.
Okay, Diata's pretty confident. That's kind of what I was leaning towards. They gave us a cave, Doc.
Oh, nice.
So I'm thinking this one. Yeah, we have Diata saying, trust me, it's up in this corner. Crystal Petal saying it's not the Rocky Desert Cave. But yeah, I think the entrance is somewhere in here, isn't it?
I don't think so. But anyway, go ahead.
You don't think so? There is a cave entrance over here. There's also
is.
another cave entrance. But I thought this one was on the shore. We'll see. We will see. We were completely wrong.
Yeah. Because it's not the right kind of rock formations.
It was the uranium one. It was the uranium one. Wow, I could have sworn the uranium one was a lot
So
smaller.
the less miles away, the more points, the less points you get, and the whole idea is to get less points.
No, I got 39 out of 5,000 possible.
Oh, so you just got, because there's no correlation to the fact that it's 3,839 points.
Mrs. Darius' vindication.
Yeah, I would not have guessed up in that corner. No.
You're right, Skilled. I did not listen to you. Ugh. I got a whole bunch of easy ones when I was playing on my own and not watching, not doing it live. I'm like, oh, this is easy. I scored over 20,000 multiple times.
That'll teach you to be prideful.
That'll teach me to do things in public. Okay, I'm pretty sure that this formation is this rich. But if so, what would I be? Am I standing on one of these? Or are we looking at this? We're not looking at this from this side. I think we're on the west side.
Okay, you've got the rocky formations there that are going to be in the northern coast
Right.
on the left.
And I'm pretty sure that that arch we're seeing, this arch right here, is one of these arches.
Or what about the one just down and to the right from your cursor?
This one? This one isn't connected to anything else. It's like kind of on its own. And that's a whole ridge of them.
Okay. No, there's just not enough. There's not enough of those arches, those man-made arches in that area. It's more like where your cursor is there.
But we definitely have ocean on our left. So we have to be looking east, right?
No.
How else do we get ocean on our left like that?
You've got to get to where you've got those big rocky formations. That's going to be more to the east of where you're at. It's going to be not that far, but
Yeah, we're definitely looking at something in the Spire Coast,
okay.
right?
Choose it and lose it.
I'm asking you what you're saying
I think you need to go more to the east.
to this.
Yes, I need to look. See, I can only see half the map. Because
This is all desert.
Yeah, that's all desert. You're not going to.
Okay, so then we're talking about this ridge here.
Yeah, but I'm not seeing the different.
I don't
number of spires
because this have spires. This is a high desert.
So
These are all the spires. This is the spires biome. All of this, and so it's probably either this guy or this guy.
I would choose the one to the east.
You would choose this one.
Yep.
It could be.
It's just weird that you've got those big rock formations actually go down. Right in there. I'll bet you that it's.
But we have to see ocean to our left. Which means we're probably on a. Maybe we're like standing here, looking inward like that. Oh yeah, because look, you see this right here? That's this wall. Sorry, that's this wall we're seeing right here.
Okay.
So we're definitely like right there, looking southeast.
Yeah, but you're not going to look over that much distance. You're going to probably be to your west more.
You think
To
farther
the east more, I mean.
on that one?
No.
We can't be
It's
farther
right
east
behind
because
my face. Yeah, I think you're looking. Yeah, I think you're looking just to the south west. No, it's east. I'm sorry. That.
you
right
think
there.
we're on here. So this whole formation is these. Is this not this ridge?
I think the
this big
formation you're
arch.
seeing there is right under where
Okay.
the pointer is. So
I'm gonna
yeah, I
choose
think
here, and
I think you're pretty close there. Right on top of it.
I was off by one island. Okay. And Mrs. Sterry in the end, a little bit more down was correct. Okay. I'm going to go through faster through these last two because we debated that one a little bit too long.
Okay.
Okay, Pink Forest. On a body of water. I think we're on... It looks like there's a river P going on here. Maybe. So maybe something like that. There is a rock structure here in the distance. But it's somewhere in here. I don't see a geyser. But anyway, we're going a little bit quicker, so...
Ah, pretty close.
Okay. Yeah. And the last one.
Well, you're in the Rocky Desert there, that's for sure.
Okay. Down along the south. Kind of in...
What? Rocky Desert.
Oh, Rocky. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, there we
Yeah.
go. Somewhere over
Rocky
there.
Desert. Somebody should be able to recognize the summer sleep that's here. Rocky Desert, so we're along one of the rivers. We have a pretty hefty switchback. I think that's too tight for these, which means we might be looking
No,
at...
those
part of
have too
that.
many bushes around them. I've been there before.
Okay.
So it's
Could it
more
be-
like in there.
Oh, this is in the way. There is a blue here on the edge, which is right behind your chair, Dad.
Uh-huh.
So we might be looking at this T right here
Yep, that's what I'm thinking.
with a summer sleep right there. So that would put us right here.
Okay. Only 400. Okay.
It was this. Darn.
It was that one. That's weird.
Yeah,
I thought for sure there were a whole lot more bushes around that area.
Well, we didn't even quite get 10,000 points, which is kind of sad. Oh, man, I'm not nearly as good at this game as I should be.
Yeah, neither of us are.
Okay, I ignored a lot of chat during all of that.
Okay. So stop ignoring the chat and let's chat them up.
Okay, so first let's catch up with Megalith. Okay, so he already said that the context limit is an issue with AI. We get that. And that IDEs use up a lot of that context limit in order for their own prompting. And they limit you as well to cut costs. Okay, next one. The problem is that large code bases can quickly consume context length, sometimes exceeding millions of tokens. When it happens, AI IDEs summarize the code and conversation. While it can help in situations, it actually reduces the performance. Once the context limit is reached, the AI becomes unusable and starts producing nonsense. Another important point is that the closer the context gets to its limit, the more the AI's performance tends to degrade.
Okay.
Yep. I don't know. It sounds to me like he's just using big words for the same thing I said.
Well, how big is, for example, if I use Grok,
Yeah.
how big is the context limit?
I don't know.
That's a question for our expert, our resident expert.
So, and Lexi is here, says, "Hi guys, sorry I'm late. Just got home from an appointment."
All right. Well, glad you're here.
So, and Messiahs is very excited. He's going to start a new map today. Start a new game.
Okay.
So Grok 4 has 256k context length.
Okay. Is there a difference between the paid version versus the versus a non-paid
Yeah.
version
Yes.
in context length?
The unpaid version only gives you access to Grok 4 for a certain amount of time, then defaults down to a lower version, which only has half as many tokens.
Okay.
So. Oh, they're both the same. Okay. I know they've been pushing to give more access to stuff. So.
Well,
Arton says, good vibe coders like myself know what the code is supposed to do and know the architecture and just use AI because they can't memorize all the commands in every programming language.
absolutely. Absolutely. That's exactly the point.
Well, have you heard the term vibe coding?
Term what?
Vibe coding.
No.
So, vibe coding is used mostly as a derogatory term, although people are kind of fighting over whether it's a derogatory term or not.
Okay.
Generally, it's people who don't code or write code themselves, but are good prompters and get the system to do it for them. Vibe coding has many different levels. Some people are full on using an IDE like Megalith. Some people are just using regular prompts. So, again, it's one of those new terms that has just been invented and so it's being used. But mostly people who just use AI to write code.
Interesting. Interesting. So, tell me about a token. What does a token represent?
A token is a representation of a series of characters. So, while one short word might take one token, one long word might take multiple tokens.
Okay.
But they break down words into tokens, which are easier for the software to understand.
Okay.
And yeah, every company builds their tokens differently. So there's no single definition.
Interesting.
Murder Mitten says, my senior dev brain hears vibe coding and my anxiety is through the roof. Yeah. Volochrome gives a good definition. They don't code with their brain. They code with the vibe of what the AI feels like should be there.
Okay.
Mager says, they're called users, dude. Vibe coder's just another word for user.
Okay. Another term for a user. Vibe coder is another term for a different kind of user, a definition of a user.
It's a kind of user. And Megalith says, there's AI assisted coding and there's vibe coding. Let's not mix them up. Yeah, because vibe coding has a fairly bad reputation. It's people who sit back and just punch the keyboard and let the AI do all the work versus people who do actual coding.
Okay. So, I assume that Megalith is neither one of those.
I think he'd call it AI assisted coding, but
Okay. All right. Well, I have all those powered up and ready to go. Ready to fire off when I get the miners fired off. And then watch the whole grid go down. Because I've just added 26 smelters to the mix.
nice.
And so watch the grid go down. And the minute I fire all these things up. But we'll see. And let's see. Okay, I'm gonna go here, and I'm gonna start pulling my towers out this direction.
Volacrum says the difference between AI assisted coding and vibe coding is when you let AI write all the code for you, and you end up with a hyper specialized spaghetti that sort of works with no proper annotation.
Right.
It also has a horrible architecture. Every time you try to get it to do something new, it either has to completely rewrite it, start from scratch, or breaks everything old.
So, I think he's referring more to the kind of code that is written, or the quality of code that is written.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. When you sit down to write code, there's time spent designing, building the architecture, understanding the feature set, understanding the requirements. You know, there's a whole lot of groundwork that goes before you start writing code.
Yeah.
Versus, you know, a chatbot that's studied everything written on GitHub and then can just spit out something that does what you tell it to do, but with no understanding of any of the rest of the architecture.
Uh-huh.
So
it becomes very non-extensible at all.
Giuseppe says my partner was using Claude to help him write some scripts last night. Claude wrote it out, but put emoticons in the code. Then it realized, oh, I can't do that, and proceeded to rewrite all the code without emoticons. That's
Okay.
funny.
Yeah, that is funny. Okay. There's the beginning of my route. And hopefully they're going to start mining here shortly.
Right now, I look at AI and I see it a lot like really early digital cameras. Those early digital cameras were so cool because you could preview the pictures you just took, and they had all these features and filters, and look at these cool things. It's so amazing. But then you actually look at the picture quality and it was terrible.
Mm-hmm.
And it was terrible for decades. It was terrible. And after a while, finally now it's as good as film. Or it's a different medium from film, but it has its own positives. And right now AI is just like old digital cameras. The quality's terrible. The output looks vaguely like a photo, but it's bad. You'd be better with a film camera or with a real code base, with a real person writing it in every case. But someday it'll get there.
Yeah, someday.
Cornman says, the quality was paper. It was terrible.
Yep.
Thank you, Cornman.
Okay. We're almost there. We've almost got our line put together here where we can actually pull everything.
So Maple Syrup says,
Over there.
I'm sorry. I interrupted.
Yeah, I kind of hesitated in the middle of my sentence. I'm sorry.
So Maple Syrup says, I unlocked aluminum for the first time last night. I immediately started tearing down my starter base to rebuild it instead of progressing. It seems to always happen whenever I hit a new elevator phase, but I love doing it.
Mm-hmm. All right. Now we can start getting these ingots on over to the over to that other platform. And so here's where the logistics begins to get interesting, because I obviously need to get this this over to the other factory, but it's going to be a challenge getting it over there. Just all right, so let's see. How do I want to do this? I'm definitely going to build scaffolds, keeping the two lines together. Putting it, straddling that line there. Oh, come on. Really? Let's be real here. That's where I want it. All righty. Let's see about this. Okay. Volcrum says also upsetting.
Start with a comment right above that.
Okay. AI is taking away jobs that matter. They take skills and arts and stuff people want to produce and create, and they leave you with broken and problematic stuff. That's so true. If AI wasn't actually trying to take away the stuff people love doing and the stuff that is important for society, also upset because a friend of mine who is a systems administrator got replaced by 3 interns and an AI subscription. She's just waiting for the company to burn and come back crawling. Mm-hmm. Yeah, problem is AI will probably keep improving things with feedback from companies that say that it's not working in this way, and they'll just keep improving it until they get there, and she probably won't get her job back. Unless they're working on hypercritical stuff in the short term and have to come back. But yeah, that is upsetting. Very upsetting.
Yeah, I'm so torn about that subject. You know, jobs get replaced all the time by tech. It's always been happening, always will continue happening.
Yep.
And trying to maintain old tech is actively harmful to people. But right now, we're not replacing it with good tech. We're replacing it with junk that's causing problems. And it's like, please, I know you want to be the manager who implements the thing which saves your company $1 billion and launches your career to be the next level. But
so, do you think we have a MBA problem here? Kind of similar.
Yeah.
The MBA has this greatest glittering eyes, silver bullet solution in his mind, and he wants to implement it.
I think so. I mean, that is the highest goal for every, we can call him the NBA out there. Mm-hmm. You know, that's what they want. They want to be the person who comes into the company who implements the solution, which solves everything, which opens up new markets, which earns the company $1 billion, right? So that means that they'll implement AI, because if everything goes wrong, it's not going to hurt them. So, Murder Mitten says, nobody talks about the horses who got replaced by automobiles. Wow. Wow.
That's true. They don't. The horses that got replaced by automobiles. That's too funny. I mean, I'm sure a lot of horses complained about not having to pull those buggies.
Mm-hmm.
Especially since they don't have to make a living for their family.
So the funny story that I always tell about that, and this is not related to AI at all, but was what was deemed the Great Horse Manure Crisis of 1894 in New York City. Because by that point, New York City, there were something like 100,000 horses in New York City alone. Problem is, a horse produces something like 10 pounds of droppings every day, as well as a whole gallon of urine times 100,000. There was so much piling up. Plus the fact that with 100,000 horses, that means you have thousands of horses dying every year. How does a city manage that much? Right?
By not becoming so big.
Sure, but New York City wasn't going to get any smaller. It was only ever going to get any bigger. It was a massive problem. And it was a massive problem. They spent so much time and energy trying to figure out a way to fix it. And then it just disappeared with the automobile.
Yeah.
It just stopped being a problem.
Yeah, it slowly solved itself.
So, anyway.
Okay. Well, this has been an interesting little exercise, you know?
Okay.
Because, you know, now I'm bringing the scaffold over and it's been pretty much level. Looks like it took a little bit of an uphill jog there, but, you know, been pretty much level all the way across here.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's going to have to go over to that platform on the other side. So, you know, it'll be interesting. I'll count the number of scaffolds here and bring it straight across to there and then diagonally across over to there.
Pioneer, initiate ergonomic recalibration, also known as stretching.
Will do. Will do. So, anyway, I'm going to, you know, do
Okay.
that across and then go diagonally. So,
Sounds good.
yeah, I got to stretch though.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh. Okay. That's good. Nobody has commented on my lapel pin at all, Robert.
Ugh.
No comments whatsoever. I guess I didn't expect that.
Bacoria Baker, I'm gonna call you Baker, asks, has Doc tried any overhaul mods for Satisfactory so far?
What's an overhaul mod?
That's one that changes a major gameplay in the game.
Okay.
Satisfactory Plus would be an overhaul mod.
Okay, Satisfactory Plus. And the answer would be no.
Yeah.
I generally tend to have the idea that games ought to be played the way the original author intended them to be played. Good, it's going to skirt right by that.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, Robert is of that ilk as well. I shouldn't say unfortunately, but that's kind of where I get my attitude from. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And so basically we play it just plain vanilla.
Yeah.
So with you know, just a couple minor exceptions. The one minor exception being Sky UI, which we use especially in our editing versions. And Sky UI is this interface here that basically lets me determine the daytime length versus the nighttime length. I've got it going in a day-night cycle where the nighttime only lasts, 1 minute. We could also pause it in the middle of the day, and a lot of times we'll do that when I'm filming. We'll just pause it in the middle of the day so that we can film, and it's always daylight, and the sun is always in the same place, so that it doesn't create this jarring difference if Robert edits out a section that wasn't so that was more boring than others. So
Yeah.
and we've got a bunch of conversation. If you could interpret
Yeah.
what's going on, he says,
A lot of great conversation continuing.
yeah, what is this about a fang? What's
That's Facebook, Amazon, Apple. Don't remember who N is, but then Google.
interesting? Okay.
It's just the big, huge tech giants.
Okay, so Fang represents the tech giants and having to work at a tech company that's
Pickle says in Netflix, and Volocrumb says Nvidia.
probably NVIDIA. Netflix isn't necessarily a tech company, although they use a lot of cutting edge technology
Well-
that they developed.
But Netflix also, their dominance of internet traffic is massive. But either way, I think both of them are both up in those ranks.
Yes.
So
Yeah, I would say so.
probably should have Cloudflare in there. Yeah.
Potentially. Yeah.
Gamerman117 says, "What's up, Doc?"
Well, right now I'm trying to get a robust, a large steel plant up and running. So I'm bringing over the iron ingots now. And so I'm having to snake it around to get to the other side of this platform, right over there, right there. So I'm glad I reviewed exactly where I was doing it. I love these bridges. They're so nice and flat. They're pretty cool. So this scaffolding is bringing it over to that platform over there, where I also have coal coming over there too. So, all right, so let's build another scaffold here. And I'm slowly bringing it downhill. Slowly bringing it down. Okay. I doubt I can go all the way from there to here, but there's no harm in trying, right? No harm in trying whatsoever to get it from there to here. And we'll see. Probably says it's too long. Yeah, it's too long.
Mm-hmm.
So where is not too long? Here it's not too long. So. Oh, the dog's out there barking his head off again.
Yep. And Megalith says, "I hate Nvidia because of Linux. They refuse to fix their Linux drivers."
Interesting. They refuse or they're incapable of?
That's a good question.
I mean, their main focus is not necessarily to fix your NVIDIA drivers. I mean, they're, Linux drivers. They're probably more concerned with keeping their AI market intact.
Yeah. NVIDIA does not like open source. Yeah, and that's the weird thing is, yeah, and you're right, Megalith. He says the AI servers literally run on Linux. And NVIDIA has been killing the Linux, killing it with the AI uh, GPUs and everything else. So weird.
Yeah, very, very weird. All right. I have 420 and 360 ingots coming, so I have a grand total of 420, 360 is 780. And I don't know how much consumption of ingots there is in the CUDA is a general. Interesting. I haven't heard the term CUDA since I was doing cryptocurrency mining.
Yeah, CUDA cores have been a thing for a while now. But now they're touting AI cores, and I have no idea what's going on with AI cores.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Well, let's build a two-sided manifold here and see where it goes from there.
And Freak is currently working on his factory. He says, I need to get my dimensional depots up first. And I haven't made any. Then I'll get to the next step of actually getting my starters for mega factories.
Okay.
Cool.
Let's start this first one right there. Now, let's also set it to make steel with the alternate recipe. I use the alternate recipe and I try to unlock this one as soon as I can because it increases the amount of output by a significant amount. So if I chose regular steel ingot, it'd use three ore and 3 coal, and it would output 45 steel ingots. So 3 and 3, and outputs 45. So you've got a total match. You're putting in 45 ore per minute, 45 coal per minute, getting out 45 steel ingots. But if I choose the alternate recipe for it, go here, alternate steel recipe, I put in less ingots and coal. So I get 40 per minute ingot, 40 coal instead of 45, and I get 60 steel ingots out. So my input needs to be 40. Coal is 40. Since it's an equal amount of ingots to coal, I've got a whole lot more ingots at 780 coming in than I have coal. So I need to find some more coal in order to make this whole thing work, which is going to be a little discouraging, I'm sure. I can go to where this comes from and see about that other coal mine that I couldn't find. Look at this. This is just beautiful. This
That is pretty
platform neat. Here, just a lid over things.
Both Megalith and Volocrum are echoing some of the questions we've had recently about some of these companies. Where is it? I lost the comment, sorry. Oh, Megalith says people feel like NVIDIA may even stop producing consumer level GPUs in the near future.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah.
I mean, they're a company that chases market share. Okay, absolutely just chases market share. And the reason why I say that is because they chased the mining market share for cryptocurrency mining, making their GPUs and forcing them into that market. Once that market kind of dried out and it got too difficult for GPUs to do enough effective mining to make any miners any profit, they switched over and started focusing their GPUs on the AI market. So, when the AI market runs out and they've got some computer or CPU type of device that will do AI faster, better, stronger than GPUs, you're right, they're going to chase that market. Frankly, the home market GPUs, they can't sell them for enough money to make enough as much profit as they can, making their GPUs for AI devices.
Mm-hmm.
So frankly, I can see that pattern following where the home market just gets abandoned and left to companies like AMD or another upstart that decides that they want to go ahead and fill the hole that NVIDIA is just going to vacate. So, yeah, it's discouraging because I like NVIDIA GPUs. I really do. So,
Yeah.
I thought there were 3 mines right here, but it looks like there were only 2. So I've got to go 530 meters up this direction to get some more mines because these are only going to, one's a pure, one's a normal, and I've got to go down the coast a bit.
And for those of you who are listening or who are hanging out who aren't familiar, Doc has been teaching blockchain courses at a university. Is that a bachelor's or a master's level course?
I developed both bachelor's and master's, but they dropped their master's program. So
That's right. But
And-
yeah, it teaches blockchain and specifically not crypto coins, but blockchain.
and the mining for cryptocurrency is kind of a cousin to blockchain that's used in business, and I I teach the business side of blockchain and how blockchain as a data set and data structure can be used for supply chain management, basically.
Yeah. So, this is one of Doc's specialties.
Yep.
Talking about that stuff, which is cool.
Temples follow a mythicality.
Oh, you understand.
The tapestry unraveled, revealed its texture. Your veins weave familiar patterns. Your vessels grow organs and eyes and mouths, and ripples lap against our windows.
Was it intentional?
All that is shallow shall sing our deep song, and when the windows break the void, shall be a metal grave.
Shall be a metal grave. Interesting.
So, and Arton says, have you guys seen the documentation about GPUs that are export banned? Okay, which is what Megalith's been talking about, because NVIDIA currently cannot export GPUs to China.
Right.
That are getting smuggled into China. I'm guessing the documentation comes from Gamers Nexus. Gamers Nexus is a great YouTube channel that covers a lot of consumer level tech news.
Okay.
And he does a lot of the research into bad practices, exposing companies that are doing some real shady stuff.
Uh-huh.
So, no, I hadn't heard about that issue.
So I found the two mines that were only 500 and some away, but they're both impure. So that's a little bit discouraging. I can add them to the other conveyor, but crud. I'm having a hard time getting enough coal for this steel plant.
Keep feeding it.
Keep feeding it, yeah. Keep working on it.
So there was a research paper, not a research paper. What do you call a paper with a bunch of smart people just telling you what the future is going to be like in their field?
A research paper.
Sure.
I mean, I don't know what other name to call it.
There's a paper that was trying to predict what the future of AI is going to be like. And a big feature of that comes in the fight between the East and the West for supremacy of their model. And so right now there is a lot of fear amongst the quote intellectual class of what happens if we allow China to catch up.
Allow China to catch up?
Yeah.
What happens if we allow them to continue stealing our technology that allows them to catch up? And basically all they're doing is they're taking our technology and reverse engineering. They're constantly just reverse engineering. All they have to do is send somebody over here on vacation. Oh, pick up a GPU for us. Bring it back. I mean,
Or like what has happened with so many tech companies. Oh yeah, just do your manufacturing over here. It's fine.
yeah, exactly. And then you give them all your technology so that they can do it, and they, yeah. Some companies are just stupid like that.
Well,
You know, we had so many export restrictions. I'm just gonna have to. I'm just gonna have to. I'm just gonna have to overclock a lot of these.
okay.
You know, I can get 120 out of this one if I overclock it, and I might just have to do that with several of these along the way in order to just get more output and go from there. Just dump more money on GPUs. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, DeepSeek did some interesting stuff. They actually did some very clever work to punch way above their weight for the amount of training they did on their AI comparatively. So, like Megalith said, here in the West, we're just massively increasing our number of GPUs, training harder and longer, while doing some improvements along the way. Whereas over there, at least DeepSeek was able to jump, make up a lot of the distance through some really clever work.
Unfortunately, I'm going to need to take a little break again.
Okay, that's fine.
So, search the map again. See if you can do a little better this time,
Oh my
Robert.
gosh. I swear I did really, really good the first couple times, and since then I've just been doing terrible.
Okay, sure. Now, prove it. It's all fun and games when China invades Taiwan. Yes, because Taiwan was a major manufacturer for us for a very long time.
Taiwan, you mean the capital of China?
Yeah. The production capital. Oh, and what about Hong Kong, too?
Mm-hmm. Bo says, 0 optimization on our end, just brute force. Yeah, we have a lot of problems. Okay, we have to be on the West Coast looking south. I think that's our cliff edge there. We're on a tiny little island. Are we on this guy? Where that rock is, this one right here? Yeah, let's guess that one. Hey, look at that. Oh, come on. It errors out when I nail it. Of course. Guys, you tell Doc when he gets back that we did it perfect, okay? You just let him know that we got 5,000 points on our first one, okay? I'll trust you guys to do that. So we're in the swamp. I think we're somewhere like there-ish. Maybe like there. The placement of the map where you guess is really funny because that's where Doc sits. Yeah, I think we're just right in the middle of the swamp here. What do we get in return? What do you mean? What do you get to the Because it's just supposed to be nice. It was just farther away. You can't tell when you're that high in the air. You don't know how close you are. I get less than half points for knowing exactly where I was and know exactly what direction I was pointing. Yeah, Arton, you should have been a little more south. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that's Paradise Island. I think we're down over here again. And there's Paradise Island. There's a rock formation here.
All right, has he been stumped yet?
I got perfect score.
Perfect.
I got a 5,000 point score
Oh,
on my first round, and then I errored out so you can see it.
is he telling the truth, guys?
Come on, everybody, back me up. Back me up. Cornman, come on. Yeah, there we go. 5,000 points. Zamro, he's a lying liar. That's, you know what, guys? It's shady. What do you mean it's shady? It's not. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You guys are terrible.
Yep, they are.
I think we're looking at this corridor here. I think we might be directly underneath this guy.
Okay.
Aha! Yeah, we were underneath it, just a little bit farther away. Man! Lost 1,000 points for that. Okay, round 4.
Round 4.
If only it was
many
all on
rounds?
video.
How many rounds do you go?
It's only 5 rounds total.
Okay. This is just north of where I started in the forest area. You know, in Dock Solo 1.
Really?
Yeah.
So you started here
Uh-huh.
in the northern forest?
Was it the northern forest I started?
And Dock Solo 1 was northern forest.
Yeah.
That doesn't look like northern forest.
Looks like it to me.
Would it
But
be
then
on the
again,
beach?
you're the one that got 5,000 on the last couple, so
Oh, whoa. Oh, don't you even start. And Freak says the video was rigged. He was trying to bribe us with Butterfingers, says Ranos. What the? Yeah, it's got to be south. It's a waterfall left of it in the lake. The thing is it's got the right formations for the plains, but I don't know where the beach is down here. Man, I need to do better at this game. The entire stream is deep faked, says Amru. Yeah.
the entire stream is deep faked.
So it's not that little pond. It could be this coast here. Corman says, yes, there. I don't know which there he's referring to. The big lake. The thing is this big lake? Okay, let me zoom out and take a look again. I don't think it's this big lake. Isn't this the massive coal area with a whole bunch of... Well, I'm going to guess it because I'm not going to... I got to get through this fairly quickly. Psh, psh. Look at...
Pshaw.
Look at what Cordman did to me. Look what Cordman did to me. This is all him.
It's clear over there?
Yeah. And the Mega Dock is over here. I may have been wrong. Oh,
Mega Dock is over there? Okay.
okay. Last round. Last time, then we'll get back to Dock.
Better. I mean, gee whiz.
Okay. We're back to the pink forest. The problem is the pink forest is everything looks the same. I couldn't tell you anything other than, oh, pink forest. Pretty sure there's a geyser spot. I think there's a geyser spot somewhere right in here. Yeah, I'm just gonna guess it to get it over. Hey, not bad. Oh, that's right. It is up here. I got a little bit turned around. It's over here. It's in all the water. Gosh darn it. You said it perfectly. a cord man, and I just looked at the map wrong. That's okay. I still got a score of 14,700. That's better. And Arden's saying it's Rocky Desert. Arden, shush. Let's go back to Doc's stream.
Okay.
Oh, I thought I was better at this than that.
Okay, so we're just winding this around to try to get over to the hub, back to the hub. So this one's going to be kind of a meandering one, it looks like. Okay. There we go.
Skill to S. How many tractors should you recommend for one factory before switching some for trains?
Um, how many tractors would I recommend? 0, maybe?
Yeah, I think
It's kind of hard because I would use tractors on if you've got a short hop to make to and from a certain place, I would do that. Hi there, creature. I would do those kind of things, but I wouldn't do anything really major until you unlock trains, because trains are just around the corner. And do any of your major loading with trains. So I explored tractors to the ridiculous degree in the 1.1 playthrough, where we eventually built the Gigafactory, and I have a video about tractors. I think it was isn't it a university video, Robert?
Yeah.
That explored the idea of truck transportation and showed the challenges that you can have with a massive or large build of tractors. So that was kind of a fun one to do it, because it showed how ridiculous tractors can become when they start running into each other and just decide that they don't want to function properly. So yeah, I have a Doc University video, and I think there's only 5 or 6 of those videos. So you should be able to find that pretty easy. On truck transportation. I hope that answered the question.
I think so. So, I've been working with Streamlabs today to get points set up for YouTube.
Okay.
In a manner that's similar to Twitch,
Yeah.
so that in the future we will be able to have similar commands running between the two.
Uh-huh.
You know, there's a lot of good people on Twitch, and typically Twitch on YouTube typically has more viewers than Twitch, and I'd love for them to be able to participate in the same way that Twitch can in banning Doc from using conveyors.
Specifically?
Well, other stuff too, but hey, Birdie, he says, where do I find that Factory Guesser game? Well, the Factory Guesser game is at... Let me drop a link for you guys.
Yeah, GeoGuessr, and it's just... Yeah, Satisfactory guessing is only one aspect of it, so you'll enjoy it.
This is a private project made by solo dev. GeoGuessr is its own website, and it's a paid thing and much bigger.
Okay, so the link is there. Lemitech.de, Denmark. Is that it?
DE?
Yeah.
I thought DE was actually Germany.
Oh, that's right. Probably is.
Well, we have Birdie6090 over on YouTube saying, "Hey, how y'all doing?" And then Birdie3169 in Twitch saying, and ask at the factory yesterday. So I'm guessing this is two
Maybe
birdies.
they're the same person. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm trying to figure out a good two birds with one stone joke, but that's not quite coming to me.
Yeah. Birdie 6090 versus Birdie 3169.
Something like that. Yeah, same person. Okay. I was trying to come up with a two birds, one stone joke, but just couldn't quite get it.
Don't. You don't have to apologize for moving back and forth between the two environments.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Watch on whatever platform you enjoy the most.
Yep.
The monkey's here.
Oh dear.
He says, "Doc, you won't believe it, but I'm actually mega smart and passed a redo math and Polish test from a whole year, and now I can move on to 3rd grade."
Great. I would not have suspected you of being a 3rd grader.
Half would love to see a train track spiral tutorial.
Oh,
Maybe we
now
can have
that's
Garrett.
something to write.
Yeah. We can bring Garrett back in to do that one because he's done it before.
Yeah, exactly.
A bird in the hand is worth 2 in the stream. Huh? Or they're birds of a different feather. Hmm?
Good.
Zamru says he thinks DK is Denmark. DK. Demonkey
right.
says, "Is it wrong that I'm a 3rd grader?"
No, like you said, you're really smart, so I would never have suspected you were just a 3rd grader.
Oh, jeez.
I'm having a hard time hitting the... There it is. Alrighty. Player's in the way. Player's still in the way.
Why did the engineer break up with the assembler?
I don't know. Why did the engineer break up with the assembler?
Because it was too high maintenance and kept asking for screws.
Okay.
The monkey says, "I'ma smoke you if you're a bully. I'm pretty smart for my age. Also, I'm gonna go drink some beer in celebration." Freak says, "Always fun to watch Satisfactory while engineering real-life conveyors for assembly factories."
Way cool.
Yeah.
I love it when a game can kind of traverse a bit of real life, at least enough to make it enjoyable, you know.
Yep. Garrett and Doc and I, while working on the house yesterday, were talking about I think we actually mentioned it in stream too, the blue collar simulators. You know, we have Power Wash Simulator, And we were wondering if somebody has created, and this is an actual question, has somebody created a game as a sim for electrical circuits, like household wiring for circuit breakers and lights and switches and stuff like that?
And I think we came to the conclusion, I hope not.
Yeah, but probably. House Flipper is a really popular one.
All right, now I've got to follow this back out there. I've got to get power to it. In fact, I'm going to follow this one back out there.
I wanted to let everyone know that's here that we are going to be doing a subathon on the 8th of
Yep.
September. So that's in a little bit less than 2 weeks. We're going to be starting about an hour earlier than usual. So that's 8 a.m. Central Standard Time here in the U.S., 9 a.m. Pacific, or 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific. Don't know what that is over in Europe. I'm sure you guys can convert. But we'll be running for the first 4 hours, like on a normal stream, and we'll continue that on playing mostly Satisfactory, playing some other games. Garrett's going to be here all day long, at least on Monday, hopefully on Tuesday as well.
Yep.
And we're going to be having some various activities throughout the days, doing some different stuff. We're going to be having a couple of other different games thrown in there. At one point, at the very least, Garrett and I are going to do a party game challenge where we're going to be really eating some really hot foods and trying to play a game at the same time, a competitive game, and forcing the loser to continue to eat more and more hot stuff, which should be absolutely hilarious. Will be a whole lot of fun hanging out with Doc. The hope is that we're able to go the full day on Monday. If we do, we'll stream for a maximum of 12 hours, and then we'll come back on Tuesday and continue going and do another 12 hours on Tuesday maximum, and we'll see where it goes from there. But
So, for those who are not familiar with the subathon, can I
Yeah.
kind of explain a bit of the rules and stuff?
Sure. So the idea is that we start with, a set amount of time, which we'll begin with 4 hours each day, and we'll extend that timer for every membership, subscription, donation, any monetary amount, up to a maximum of 12 hours. We're going to have lots of various activities and fun stuff to do during the whole time. Going to have a whole lot of fun.
Yep.
And hopefully you guys can come and hang out. We would, this is the purpose of this is really to raise the funds we need to continue to improve our equipment, to continue to run the channel, and as well as just have a good time. Hopefully get exposed to a few more people out there. Have a little bit larger stream than usual. One of the unfortunate things is, with our stream schedule, we don't catch a lot of people here in the States because we're streaming only 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., for our time slot. And we'd love to be able to stream in the afternoons, evenings some more and get more American audience as well.
Yes. So, anyway, the whole idea is for every subscription, it extends the amount of time that I'm going to be on the stream. So, every subscription, every membership in YouTube, every donation in either YouTube or Twitch converted to dollars. For every dollar, it's going to increment the time forward. Can we
Right.
say how much? On Monday, it'll be for every dollar, I'll extend it by 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. And then on Tuesday, if somebody gets me clear out to 12 hours, and we have to start, and we do it on Tuesday and have to extend our Tuesday one, because we've had such a great response, then on Tuesday, what'll happen is it'll be $1 per minute, $1 for 1 minute extension on that, and just keep me going there. So, like I said, the whole idea is to get the funding so that we can expand our offerings and do more with the channel, and frankly, expand offerings to you members. We like the Satisfactory server. that we play with our members. We like the Minecraft server that we play with our members. Expanding to other games also costs money, so we're going to do that. So basically, come have a good time. Even if you're already a member, come have a good time and encourage other people to become members and subscribers along with. So that's kind of where we're going for 12 hours. $30 for an hour, 360. Yeah. For 12
So the
hours.
question Zammer asked is, will time carry over each day? So if we end day 1 with 6 hours on the clock, do we start there the next day?
If we end with 6 hours still on the clock, that would add 6 hours to our regular 4 hours.
So we'd start the next day at 10 hours.
Right.
We'd start the next day at 10 hours.
Exactly.
So,
And
and,
then
if we need to keep on going on Wednesday, which I think would be incredible and probably unlikely, but we will.
Exactly.
So we appreciate, we know that, money's tight, especially, talk about people who are still in the job market. Yeah, we understand. So at the very least, we would love to have you guys here just hanging out. Anybody who can help out would be great. And anybody who wants to just hang out and have fun, that'll
be and
awesome.
just to see the crazy things that we're going to do during that live stream.
Yep.
That in its own is going to be incredible and fun. So,
and if somebody donates $500, Doc will shave his head.
what? No, that's not part of it. I'm going bald fast enough. I don't need to encourage it. I have to be careful. Robert tends to put these zingers out, and then all of a sudden they become reality.
Bruce says,
Okay.
you can't stop with time still on the clock. What's that about? The new day just starts at midnight.
Well, there are certain limitations to this physical body of mine.
Yeah.
It does need sleep at night. So,
A pickle programmer says it's really tempting. The $500 offer.
that would be really tempting. Okay.
And the monkey is offering 12 gazillion doubloons.
12 doubloons, huh?
Gazillion doubloons.
Okay.
Ooh. Honestly, a single doubloon would pay for about a month of streaming.
You really think only a month? Oh, come on, really?
So a standard doubloon had about 6.5 grams of gold. Let's see.
6.5 grams of gold? But a doubloon has more worth than the gold content.
Yeah, so it's
Doesn't it?
around $400 in melt value, but the collectible coins often fetch anywhere from $1,000 to $5,000.
Uh-huh.
Now, typically, there were different size of doubloons. The typical doubloon is not the smaller one. The ones that you see in movies and stuff are the larger versions, which are about $1,700 in melt value and trade for like $20,000 to $80,000. So, DeMonkey, if you would like to donate 12 gazillion doubloons, we would gladly appreciate it. Archon wonders, what would Mama Doc think of a shaved head husband?
Yeah. In other words, that's the kind of thing I passed by. Yeah, passed by Mama Doc before. Yeah.
Zammer says, sounds like we need to spin up a digital online clone, Doc for short, to keep the stream up overnight.
Ah.
How about that?
So, I mean, if it goes 12 hours, we might consider, putting a what do they call those kind of things that that you put up that are not really real.
Oh, an avatar or whatever.
Yeah,
There you go.
I wasn't thinking just an avatar, but what do they call those
Well, they have the.
streamers that stream live but aren't live?
Well, there's the VTubers.
VTuber.
Yeah.
That's it.
Tanitachi asks, "What do you call it when your power grid crashes at midnight?" A shockingly bad night.
A shockingly bad night. Okay.
Uh-huh. Ray DeBolt popped in and says, "I missed the 100K sub stream. Congrats, Doc."
Thanks. Thank you. Thank you. We're just waiting for the plaque to come in the mail, and then we'll open it on stream.
Absolutely.
Okay, so obviously I did not get the power towers up to here yet. I got them probably to a certain point and then didn't finish them.
And Crystal asks, "What are you making right now?"
Right now I'm making a there it is. There's the disconnected power. I'm right now I'm just making a steel power plant. Getting there's going to be coal coming up here, and I already took care of getting the iron ore up to there. Not ore, but iron ingots up to here. So just working right now and getting all of it connected. Then I'll start building the manifolds on a platform that I have mostly built for that purpose already. Okay, so I want to go on top of that butte. Isn't that a butte? Put a power tower right there. Oof, what a great place for a power tower. Isn't that? I mean, this architecture over here is just, or the geography over here, I should use the proper term, right? The geography here is pretty cool.
Oh no, I think Cornman and Tenitachi are competing now.
Oh no.
Izzy, by the way, says congrats on the milestone as well.
Yeah. Well, that was pretty incredible. Although, you know, I did look at a YouTuber this morning that is a lot like me in the way that he teaches, and he's very measured and such. He had a 1.11 million subscribers.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
Yeah, he's a little bit more generic than me. He talks about science, and everybody understands and knows, has an interest in science to a certain level, I would think.
By
So,
generic, you mean like broad?
yeah, broad subject matter. That's a good way to put it. Okay, I'm gonna take this one then to.
Sorry, Cornman. Cornman asked, "Why can't a toe be 12 inches long?"
I don't know. Why can't a toe be 12 inches long?
Because then it'd be a foot.
Got it. Okay.
Sorry. Okay, Burger came in and says, "Who are you? My friends just call you Mr. Docatron."
Docatron? Okay. That's an interesting one. Well, the whole idea here is to get this connected to the power grid. So I've got to find a pole that I can connect. There's one. And I can connect to that. And now that should be on the grid. And I should start seeing product come after a bit on those two conveyors. So now I have to figure out. I've got 420 and 360. 420 and 360, so that's 780 iron ingots, and I need an equal amount of coal. The problem with the coal is that I've got only four mines. And because I only have 4 mines, that means I need to overclock them in order to make sure I've got enough coal coming in. So I'm going to run down and do some overclocking and make sure that they got power and are starting to send stuff. Yep, they're starting to send stuff. That's good. Very, very good. Okay, come on down here. And let's see, this one is going to be, if I just overclock this one at 250, that's going to get that one up to 300. And, oh, that's a pure one. Oh, stop it. When I hit the wrong key, it... Okay, that's 240 the native. That was 300. I can only go 480 on the conveyor. 300, 480. Oh, geez. Already maxed.
Already maxed out. Foxbat says, "Hi, Duck. Watched all your tips shorts. It's been real helpful."
Fantastic.
And Tenetachi says, "Is 690 ingots for my smelter blueprint good from a normal Mark III node?"
Okay, just a second. A normal Mark III node. Okay, where's the question so I can read it?
YouTube.
From my smelter blueprint, good from a normal node. Mark III, normal. Okay, Mark III does how much?
I think it.
So I'm looking at Mark II data here, and I'm gonna have a hard time.
Mark III fully overclocked is 1200, so I think Mark III normally is 500 something.
Okay.
Yeah, Mager, I think he means a normal node.
Yeah, I think he means a normal node with a Mark III miner on it.
Yeah.
And so normal Mark III miner.
It sounds pretty good to me.
Yeah.
It's not overclocked at all. I might say if you have enough space, you should fully overclock it, because fully overclocking mining nodes is best practice. But
as long as you've got as long as you have the the conveyor speed to do it.
yeah. Cornman asks, "What did the drummer name his daughters?"
Tick, knick, knack, paddywhack.
Anna 1, Anna 2.
Anna 1, Anna 2. That's a good one. Okay. That's a good one.
I like that one too. Yeah.
Okay. And by overclocking both of these all the way, I've got 480 coming up on the other one. I've got 600 coming, with these being fully clocked at 150. Means that I've matched 680 going up to the top of the bluff. I keep missing it. All right. So I've got 600 coming on this conveyor. I've got 408, pardon me. I've got 300 coming on this conveyor. I've got 480 coming on the other conveyor. So I've got 780 in coal coming through. Oh, come on. Really? Crouch. Crouch again. Hitting my head. So I've matched the amount of coal as I needed to do. Now I've got 680 ingots and 780 ingots and 780 coal. I'm
Okay.
good. Okay.
Mega Long says, first time watching the live stream. I'm sure you've answered this before, but do you have an online resource to help with math and formulas to make an efficient factory? Or is it just all from experience?
It is not all from experience. I heavily use Satisfactory Calculator, and I heavily use the Satisfactory Wiki. So both of those links could be put in the chat window. And as another resource, we have a Discord channel that also provides very helpful other members. We've got over 2,500 people on our Discord.
Or more, yeah.
Yeah, that's the last I looked. Over 2,500 people that have joined our Discord, and if you post there, you can get good help.
We are over 3,000 now.
Over 3,000 folks. Way cool. Way cool. So 3,000 of those 100,000 subscribers, at least on YouTube, have joined the Discord, and so you can get good information there. So there's three good resource. Alrighty. Hey, what's good? I've been thinking of a challenge run, which is going to be 3 times the recipe costs. Extraction rates for all miners is 0.33, and all nodes. What? Okay. Well, what's my take on that is I enjoy the end game a whole lot more than I enjoy the beginning game. And basically, what that would do is stick you at the beginning of the game a lot longer. And so, realistically, I would not personally do that, simply because it would be very difficult. And I don't like increasing the difficulty.
One thing to note about our Discord, for those who want to join, once a month we do a showcase live on stream. So that'll be happening this next Monday on September 1st. And what we do is we collate from, there's a couple of different showcase channels there where you can showcase either something you've built in Satisfactory or something you've built in Minecraft or something from real life, either an accomplishment or a pet or something. Mm-hmm. And we collate all those together, and Doc looks at them live on stream.
Yeah.
And that'll happen next Monday. It'll be a lot of fun.
Yep. So, come join and play with us. Come join and share with us. Come join and share with others. I mean, we even have a live stream section where you can actually live stream on our Discord for other people to come in and drop in and watch and just comment and talk. And yeah, it's a good place.
Yep.
Robert's done a good job putting that together.
Every night we usually have a couple people just hanging out and streaming whatever they're building. So, also, Cruz mentions Satisfactory Modeler as well. The big advantage of Satisfactory Modeler, it's available on Steam, it's free, is that you can save them. You can export them and load them. And so anything you're designing, stick around a little bit more long term.
This is weird, Robert. It doesn't want to build down on the platform for some reason. And for example, this is how I noticed it. I placed this one here and went to place one next to it, and it wouldn't join right next to it for some reason.
And
now it is, of course.
But yeah, you even see those little corner platforms are not touching.
Yeah, exactly.
Huh.
So I'm going to put the formula in that one and then.
Okay. Rydalux says, by having recipes cost a whole lot more and all the nodes being impure, he says it encourages a lot of expansion and good train usage.
Yeah, that would be true.
Yeah.
That would be very true. Okay, so if these are using 40 apiece and I've got 700, okay. 780 divided by 40. Okay, come on. 780 divided by 40 means I can build 20 foundries. Okay.
We have not put that menu in
any tip?
in a that definitely needs to be an undocumented tip.
Okay, very good. Yes. Well, the N key and the O key to find and search for parts and such. Steel ingot, and it gives you all the alternate recipes. Yeah. N and O both are ones that I use a lot. And you might as well throw M in there for the map.
We've covered the map in a couple of shorts, though.
Okay.
But
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This platform is not going to be big enough, folks.
Sean says, I saw the stream title and I was thinking Robert GPT might be down for an unscheduled maintenance update. Yeah. 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 I'm just working on other stuff today.
Yeah. He's got his excuses, you know. You know, it's like Garrett's excuses that turned into, how long has it been since he's ever joined us on stream anymore? 3, 4, 5.
Well, Dad, Liquid
6,
Trains
7, 8, 9. Yes, Liquid Trains
is 2,500 views in the lead of number 2. So it's doing great.
Wow. People want to know about putting liquid on trains.
Apparently.
Transporting liquids. The whole point of that video is on transporting liquids. The title is a little bit funky.
Yeah.
It catches your attention, which is the whole point. But it's the fact that, you know, you want to transport liquids sometimes from a horrible location to a place where you can process it reasonably. Like, for example, I might decide that I don't want to put my fuel-based power plants up in the northern, we call it the northern oil fields because there's so many oil wells up there. Might decide that I want the actual power plants closer so I can make rocket fuel and regular, turbo fuel and all the different mixes of fuel. So being able to transport it reasonably is, an effective alternative to having to pipe it all at only 300 meters cubed or 600 meters cubed per minute, I mean. So anyway, so the whole point of that is simply to provide people with alternatives. Okay, I can make 20 of these. That's 9 there. Okay, so N, 9 times 40 is 360. Ah, 360, a magic number. So the 360 is how much I'm bringing in on this lower one, and the higher one is a full 480. 360 and 420. Good. 360. I'm doing math in my head. This one's only 300. I wish I had smart ones.
What do you need to unlock
splitters.
splitters?
Okay, here I've got various lines. And what it would be really simple is if I made sure that instead of worrying about how much was actually on this, I know I've got a total of 780, which basically means a full 480 plus 240. It would be nice if I could have a full 480 conveyor and then have the excess go to another one. I could do that with regular splitter, couldn't I?
No.
No, I couldn't.
No, you have to have the smart splitter for a compressor.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I see what you're saying there.
So what's it going to take to get a smart splitter? What technology tree is it in the MAM? It's not alien technology.
Probably Caterium.
Okay. This is where I turn to...
I think Lexi's been boycotting us because we aren't, we haven't done Caterium.
probably is. No, it's not down the Caterium line.
Wait. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is. It's clear down here. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. That's just a graphic. Okay. Programmable splitter versus smart splitter is 11. So 11 is down here. Which means I've got to go down.
Lexi is here. She says, "No, I had my appointment today.
And
My right leg is 9 millimeters shorter."
gee. Okay, that's how much is 9 millimeters? Is that
Half-inch.
half-inch or so? Wow. Okay.
Less than.
So we've got to go down and get Mark II power poles and then over here to the AI. And so we're a ways away from getting a smart splitter.
.35 inches.
Okay. So a third of an inch, basically. Okay. All right, so we're not going to get that anytime real soon because we have to go clear down this tree, that tree, down to here in order to get there. So we really need to research the Caterium and get it going. I would really like the Mark II power poles at least. That would be
Yeah,
nice.
definitely.
So we need to run and get some Caterium. I actually mined some Caterium ore just a bit ago. And I have more Caterium ore, I think, in one of these. Yes.
Damon Gray asks, "Does anybody else use the challenge research mod?"
Yeah, good question. I thought one of these had Caterium wire in it as well. Yes, it does. I have 110 Caterium wire. Let's run over here. I need 50 ingots here to unlock Caterium wire.
Quick wire.
Quick wire. Well, quick wire is Caterium wire, isn't it? Much more descriptive. But...
Caterium wire is also the alt recipe name for wire made from Caterium.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gosh. Yeah, they started running out of naming.
Yep.
Running out of naming conventions. So I need some ingots. So I'm going to.
Deotter says 9 millimeter is 9.513 e to the negative 19 light years.
How are you getting that?
Because a meter is now defined by the distance of light.
It is, huh?
It's now, yeah.
So the distance light travels in how long?
Yeah, it's just a fraction of a light year, and so Deotter did the math.
Have you approved the ADA TTS?
Alexander_Petrova said, "Hi Doc ADA, here the inefficiency in Caterium is truly revolting. I had programmable splitter before I had normal ones. Better improve or lose benefits."
Oh, gee. By the way, Lexi, if you capitalize ADA as though it's a name rather than an acronym, in other words, capital A and a lowercase d a, it'll pronounce it as ADA. instead of saying her name as ADA. So that's something we learned at the beginning of the stream, so might help in the way that it states it. So, oh, that's awesome, she says. Okay, good.
So you're gonna divert and go to Deuterium at the moment?
Well, I'm going to at least open that line and see what the power poles need.
Okay.
Research completed. Quickwire recipe unlocked. New Caterium research available.
Yep, and I had enough rolls of quickwire to do the next one, which allows
New
me to get...
Caterium research options available.
Okay.
Congratulations on finding this metal. Many Fix-It initiatives will benefit from Caterium's applicability in advanced engineering.
Okay.
Also, it is probably not sentient, and so unlikely to feel pain as we exploit it.
Oh boy, I'm so glad it's that Caterium is not sentient. Okay, so power poles need 300 quickwire. At this point, I don't have enough quickwire or enough Caterium ingots. So as I find Caterium nodes, I will go ahead and exploit those, and if I find a mine, I will exploit it. Yeah. Yes. Right. Ada capitalized like that, and not A period D period A period. Yeah. Exactly. Saving tickets for the golden nut. It will be a hustle. Yeah. Exactly. It will be a hustle. Okay. Okay. So I didn't make any progress doing that. Oh well. I'm just trying to think how in the world I can make this work without having to make it work.
Without having to make it work?
Yeah, exactly.
I
without
just...
smart splitters. You just what?
Use the first line, fill as many as you can, then merge the second line into it and fill as many as you can.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, but I have to merge it after the machines have taken what they can use.
Yeah. Okay. So, everybody who's in YouTube chat, you are now earning points on YouTube that will someday be usable for cool redemptions and stuff.
Okay.
They're currently worthless, but the big difference between YouTube and Twitch is on YouTube, you do not get points by lurking, only by being active in chat. On Twitch, lurking is enough.
Interesting. How'd you make that work?
That's the default. It cannot be done elsewhere, otherwise.
I mean, how did you get to the point of being able to, of enabling points in YouTube?
Oh, I'm using Streamlabs.
Okay.
So that is something that's been requested for quite a while. I haven't talked to Megalith about this, but I really, really hope that at some point we can get them integrated with Vocalics for text-to-speech. But
Yeah, that'd be nice.
if possible, this is really there so we can do some more fun stuff during the Subathon with you guys.
Okay, so I've got 17, and I was able, it said I could do as many as 20. So I am going to do one more line. One more line.
I am going to do a test raffle or a test prediction on Twitch. Okay, this is just to test it because I've never done it before.
A prediction?
So the way a prediction works is I posted it, acts kind of like a poll where people can respond, except they can bet their challenge points, their channel points on it. And the winners split all the channel points between them. Okay? So it's Sean says, "Oh, so we'll finally be able to turn off the belts?" Yes. hopefully we can add more fun things to do besides just torturing Doc.
I hope so. Torturing Doc gets old after a while. Especially for Doc. I'm kidding.
Okay. Let me see. I'm going to ask a personal preference question. Okay?
A personal preference. Okay. Okay.
I want to give a 5-minute submission period. Start the prediction. Sure. Got it. Okay. This is just a simple prediction for Twitch only. Hopefully YouTube can start doing it at some point. It's a simple question. And Doc, you cannot answer this until the 5-minute timer is up.
Okay.
Which does Doc like the least? Spinach, artichokes, and Brussels sprouts. Okay? It's just a silly question. People can put up points and guess if they would like. Yeah, the winners split up the loser points. Diato's going to bet 5 million points, he says. He doesn't know what he's betting on. He didn't know what he was betting on when he said that.
Okay.
Izzy says, well, I'm glad I had the chance to catch one of your streams. Unfortunately, I'm normally working. But the headache's stress-free today. Okay. There's a channel called Taco that does the challenge bet with points too. Has some interesting trivia questions.
Okay. Interesting.
And Diata says he can't bet because his government hates him. Yeah, unfortunately, there are some places where it's classified as gambling, so you're not allowed to do it.
Interesting.
So,
even on a casual thing like this?
Yep. Channel points don't... I'm pretty sure cannot be redeemed for money in any way, but... Sean, yes, I would love that. He says it'd be neat if the API were such that you could hook the action of turning off specific power switches and causing outages. Some games have the API access for that kind of stuff. Okay. And oh man, I would love it. Oh man, I would love it.
Okay.
Warning, internal coolant reserves dangerously low.
Oh, and Mr. Bacon's here, but he's been lurking.
Alpha.
Okay.
Sean says, I bet it could be done with a mod. That all comes down to how accessible is Satisfactory outside of the game. But Diodor says we could just have Robert in a room turning off power switches.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess I'm not going to use programmable power switches. Then again, we already have them in our other build.
So Cornman doesn't see it, so you should just see a purple banner at the top of the chat. Or a black banner that said had with a purple button on it saying predict.
Okay, but is it a multiple choice type of thing?
Yes, this is a multiple choice. It's typically used in situations like when you're playing a competitive game or whatever. It's like, Prediction: will Doc die within the next 5 minutes? Or prediction: will Doc beat the level? Things like that.
Okay.
Interesting. Cornman does not see the prediction. Sean says, I had the Mega Meaty Bacon Man theme song in my head the whole day from that short. That's great. That short has done so well.
So, do we have something that compiles the votes, or
Yep.
so you just have votes for 1, 2, and 3, or do you have votes for he likes them all or he hates them all?
Interesting. So I just added 3. You had to choose between 3. The 3 that you have to choose from. Which do you like the least? Spinach, artichokes, or Brussels sprouts? Again, this is just a test, just for fun. There's very few points going online here. Not going to ruin anyone's day.
Not going to ruin anyone's day if they get it wrong.
Right. Correct. There's like a total of 2 hours worth of points in here.
Wow. Okay. Megarm says, I love all 3 of them. Those.
Well, Doc, you gotta decide. We're looking for your answer.
Oh,
now.
you're waiting for my answer now?
Yes.
I didn't know that. Didn't
I
realize
apologize.
that. I like all 3.
Nope, that's not the question. Which do you like the least?
Which do I like the least? And the 3 choices were artichokes,
Spinach,
spinach,
and Brussels sprouts.
and Brussels sprouts. I would say I like artichokes the least because they're the most work to eat.
Okay.
I mean, that's the one that has those leaves on it that you boil it, you take the leaf off,
Yeah.
you get a little bit off of it, and you go for the next leaf. I mean, it's a lot of work for a little reward.
Okay. So we just selected that artichokes as the winner. It had the most votes. So those people.
I think it's kind of a ridiculous vegetable.
It's a ridiculous vegetable.
Yeah.
Weird.
Okay, so
Cruz says I was right. He likes all of them.
yep, we're right if you voted that way. It's running an isolated Chromium. Okay, I guess to render that web page. Okay.
Yeah, to scroll up a bit, Megalith is using Kilo Code, which is an IDE, a development environment, and with GPT-5 to redo his website.
Ah.
And so Kilo's tools are just analyzing the whole thing, checking it out, clicking on things, whatever, in this, using a little Chromium tab. It's an agent extension for VS Code. I apologize. Sean says, I'm a huge spinach and artichoke dip fan. And fun fact, artichokes are the only way vegans can eat something's heart. Sure. Sure.
Oh gosh.
Cool.
That's really too funny. The heart joke.
Mm-hmm.
That is really too funny. All right. I am going to...
Mager says zucchini is my least favorite vegetable. And that was because of a massive harvest that had me eating it every day for a whole winter. That'll do it.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll definitely do it. Yeah, I don't mind zucchini. Oh, what was that hybrid vegetable we made that one time by accident? In O'Fallon?
What? We made a hybrid vegetable?
Yeah, it was like, I think we planted watermelon and zucchini next to each other or something.
Okay.
Do you remember that?
No.
Gonna have to ask Mom about that. But we had two flowering vegetables planted right next to each other. And what we got were these just super weird fruits that were pretty much inedible.
Huh. No, don't remember that at all.
No? Okay. I'm going to run to the restroom, which unfortunately means it's kind of... I'll be back for the end of the stream, basically.
Okay, well, I guess we'll let you do that.
Yeah. You ain't going to keep me here if I want to go.
Okay. I wish that they would tell you that it's too tall or too small or too something before you click it the first time. All right. There. Ooh. Come on. Just hit it. Just hit it. Come up. There we go. And of course. I want that. Need it to be. There we go. And let's try it again. Here. This lower one to. There we go. And you're going to go around and around and around. All right.
There actually wasn't a line to the bathroom today.
That's a good thing, I guess.
That's what happens when you send half the kids away.
Something like that, anyway.
Archon says, I hear people say that, and I think I'm weird because I eat the same thing and not get sick of it.
Because he eats the same thing and doesn't get sick of it? Yeah, I tend to tolerate things a lot longer than my wife and others around me do. I'll tend to eat the same thing for quite a long time before I get tired of it. So, think that's what he meant, right?
Yeah.
Pickle_programmer said, shaving your head has been proven to increase Pioneer efficiency by 500%.
Oh,
Failure
really?
to comply will result in a cancellation of your yearly bonus.
Okay, really? I guess I'll forego my yearly bonus, thanks.
Yeah, that's actually been kind of a subject of discussion. You know, we know that, part of the subathon concept is torturing the streamer to some degree.
So Steel, yes.
And we're trying to figure out ways that we can torture Doc ethically.
My break and dinner was the same thing almost every day.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about 2 years. I am grounded, says a manifold. Yeah, this is a one side of the manifold. I just needed 3 more to finish out the number that I needed. I had 17 over there in a 2-sided manifold, and I have 17 over here in a 2-sided manifold, and I just needed 3 more. So that's just a single-sided manifold, and I'll just wrap the output of both of these manifold items back over around and into these. So so 3 of them. Problem is I'm having a hard time remembering the numbers coming up. I think the one coming from that area is 600 for coal, and so this is the other 480. Pardon me. It's 300 coal here, and the other 480 is in this coal line.
Megalith official said, if you are looking for ethical torture, science is your friend.
Ethical torture? Yeah, that's right. Okay. Ethical torture of animals so that we survive as humans, I suppose, if that's what it's referring to.
Mega Meaty Bacon Man said, your yearly bonus has been cancelled. The bonus has been sent to an awesome sink. Wah, 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 sad trombone sound.
Wah, wah, wah. Yeah.
I Am Grounded says, torture for me. I found out 2 days ago that all my pipe malfunctions spawn from pipes being inside the junctions and messing everything up. Mm-hmm.
Pipes being inside the junctions.
Yeah, it's a common problem when you put a junction onto a pipe that sometimes it doesn't properly cut the pipe into 2 sections and leaves like a little phantom section that reduces movement. So if you ever have problems with that, delete all your pipes, leave the junctions, just delete all your pipes, and then rebuild the pipes. Yeah.
And re-put them into the junctions, right?
Mm-hmm. Lexi says, how about we redeem a Doc walks around with a nuke and Robert can blow it unexpectedly, so Doc doesn't know when it's coming. He just has to carry that chip on his shoulder. After he blows, we get a new nuke on him when redeemed. So you just always carry a nuke.
A nuke obelisk?
Uh-huh.
That you have placed upon my back or something?
Yep.
Okay. We can put that one in. Yep, put that one in.
Sure.
Of course, that's, we're talking about the Subathon, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tanatachi says, Doc, you think it would be great if we could have horizontal moving elevators like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory?
Oh, that would be so fun. I don't
Yeah.
think they could ever duplicate that in the game, though.
That would be fun.
It would be. It's kind of like having a jetpack elevator combination.
Mm-hmm.
I might have to work out this math online as to which ones of these I can hook up where and how I can get them to balance. Because these three are going to take 120 of each. And then, so I've got whatever's left over from 120 being taken. The coal line is easy. This coal line coming in is exactly 480. So I've got 360 left, which means those 360 I can put into 9 of these. And then once I get to the 10th one, so I can fund this entire line here because it has 9 in it with the leftover from the coal from here. So that's a finding that I can live with. And I'm going to go ahead and take the coal as the bottom one. Just wanted to make sure. I can take the coal line there from here, and we're going to take it right on out over here. I want it to be approximately level. Looks like it's raising a little bit. And I can take it over to here. Okay, take it over to here. And get it level again. And it should go into there. Did that come from? Yeah, it came from a bottom one. Yeah, so it should go into there. No. Wrong. It should go into that one. Now I haven't put the conveyors in here yet, so. And it's getting to the. It's getting closer to the end of the stream.
Yeah.
That time has come again. That means I gotta go do electrical, Robert.
There we go, Corn Man. If we want to torture Doc ethically, we have to make him use Excel as a database.
And because Excel isn't a database, that's impossible. So I don't have any worries.
I like it, Lexi.
What do you like from Lexi?
Oh, it just means that I can. We just put a obelisk on you and let you continue on your day, and whenever they redeem, clearance to blow, I can just take my time and
from wherever you're at, right?
yeah.
It just okay. That Cornman, that would be unethical torture for Doc because Excel is not a database, so therefore it cannot be used as a database.
Right.
See?
Izzy
The only
says,
unethical part is calling it a database.
Izzy says, well, sir, have a good end of your stream. Heading off together, the project's finished.
All right.
So good luck with the day.
Okay.
Oh, Excel. Excel, hell, I had that every day at work.
Yes. I lived with Excel hell for many, many years with finance people who just loved their Excel tool and extended it well beyond what it was meant to do when they called it, And then when their spaghetti network of formulas finally broke, they'd call me in and say, okay, fix this. Yeah, right. Okay. And so I gave them a small database instead of an Excel spaghetti mess.
Correct, Archon. There is no rage limit on the detonator.
There is no rage limit.
Range. Distance.
You're right. Exactly. You can be anywhere on the map and you hit your thing and all of a sudden, the thing is you can't use any other obelisks or anything unless you blow me up first and then you can use your thing. So
Yep.
Yeah, the bad part about it is all of a sudden I'm blowing up and laying there dead and I'm wondering what happened.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be fun. That whole day is going to be a whole lot of fun. So
Yep.
that is on the 8th. So it's 6 days plus 7 days, 13 days from now. Because today is still Tuesday, isn't it?
Yeah. Still Tuesday.
Still Tuesday. Okay. And so since 13 days from now is the subathon. Look forward to that day, and there's a lot coming up that we're going to work on getting done. Once I get the electrical done there, I'm taking a total break on doing anything in the house and focusing totally 100% of my day on getting our store up and running so we can have memorabilia and so forth for Doc's channel, and working on getting just all those things set up. One thing notable is we're going to have a $30 item to buy an hour of my time or an hour of Robert's time. And if you buy one of those, it will add an hour to the stream on Monday and a half hour to the stream on Tuesday. So if you want just hangout time one-on-one with either Doc or with myself or Robert, we're going to have that in the store as well. It'll be a downloadable PDF certificate that you can redeem when we get it scheduled. So that will be cool. So there'll be ways to contribute to the channel where you're not just throwing money at the channel, you're getting something in return for it. And my time will be one of them. Robert's time will be one of them, as well as other items of value. So we're looking forward to having all that set up and having a ton of fun with all of that. So everybody, take care. We'll see you on Thursday morning, and have a great day today and Wednesday, and we'll see you again on Thursday morning. So until then, bye-bye.